Pop up, I didn't turn your mic on. I'm sorry.
Hello?
There you go.
Hi.
Woo. I heard a faint woo in the background.
I looked to see whether his mic was on.
That was my fault. That's it. That's all I got.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's a short one.
Hope you guys got it.
New state record.
Anybody do anything fun for Mother's Day?
What, Diveroni's?
I love Everett.
That's our go-to.
Yeah.
That's our go-to spot for like any celebration, really anything.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do what you like. You
Yeah.
know? My wife chose to do nothing yesterday.
Yeah.
We went to dinner, but she was like, I'll be honest with you, I don't want to do anything. I go, then don't do anything. And we were watching TV. I went and got her some Starbucks in the morning. Then we were watching TV for a little while, and she's like, I think I'm going to go take a nap. And I said, do it. Go take advantage of this Mother's Day. Take a nap.
Oh, man. If you can pull that off, that's a great move.
To have her go take a nap.
Just in general, for her, just like, I don't really want to do anything. Let's just lay low. That is the greatest.
Yeah.
My experience is nothing like that.
Well, let me just tell you, my daughter really appreciated my wife yesterday. So my wife's taking a nap. My daughter comes in, she sits down next to me. She goes, I'm hungry. Will you take me to Target? And I go, no. And she goes, why? I go, because I'm busy. And she's like, you're sitting here on your phone. I go, yeah, I'm busy. And she goes, well, will you make me something to eat? And I go, do you want Greek food? Because we had that left over from the night before. And she goes, no. I go, you're out of luck. She goes, this is why I love Mom. And I go, oh, okay.
Yeah.
What was the I'm hungry, can you take me to Target?
Not to get, she came in and asked me at the same time two things. She's like, I'm hungry. And then she's like, will you take me to Target? I want to get something. And I was like, no. I for some reason, your kids the same way? Little kids love Target?
Yes.
Why?
I have no idea.
There's nothing in Target that's cool. Like it's fine as a store, but I mean, like, I don't know why kids love Target.
No, my daughters always want to go to Target. Yeah, for some reason, and I don't get it. And
is it makeup? Like the
maybe? I don't know.
Carmen, do you have any special love for Target?
I don't, but women do. Because you can get clothes and makeup and food and little knickknacks
man,
for your room.
And it's not Walmart.
Right. And it's not Walmart. So and they have Starbucks. So it's very glorified.
Don't suggest Walmart. They don't. That's like a different
If
thing.
my daughter would have said to me we would go to Walmart, I would go, Walmart, you could buy ammo. You could buy a bunch of things.
My daughters would say gross.
Yeah. Well, we did not go. And then my wife got to sleep, and then we got up and we went to Ocean Prime for dinner last night, and that was it. I feel like every dude in Ocean Prime is a Bucks player. It was like all these big dudes, big white dudes, big black dudes. It was all surrounding me. And it's so close to one Buck place. I'm like, are these Bucks players? I don't even know.
It was rookie minicamp over the weekend, so maybe there were a lot of
that might have been it.
A lot of new guys in town.
That might have been it. I'll tell you, I'm not a creep when it comes to staring at like young girls. But I am a creep when it comes to babies. I love people's babies. I want to play with them. I wave to them. My wife's like, stop with the babies. I can't help it. They're everywhere.
I am opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love them. I really do. I don't want one. Like I don't want to deal with like the guy that had to get up and walk around and shake his baby for a little while he was around the restaurant because the baby wouldn't stop crying. I don't want to deal with that.
I've actually heard before, never, ever shake a baby.
Yeah.
A lot of old people, I remember when my kids were like babies, a lot of old people were like, oh, and they want to like touch the baby and stare at the baby.
I'm not going to touch a baby.
And I was always weirded out by that. Like anybody that I don't know in public that's want to interact with my baby would like freak me out.
Babies tend to look at me. I guess it's maybe because I'm big or because I'm weird looking, and they look at me, and then I just give them a little wave, and then sometimes they laugh, and sometimes they get scared, you know. Yeah. So, but I love interacting with little babies, and I was surrounded by them yesterday. But I also feel bad, like parents. It's so, especially young parents. It's so frustrating for them to try and eat while the baby is just fidgeting and crying.
Yeah, stay home.
Yeah, I know. It's true. It's what most people do. I mean, I remember we did that a lot. We didn't go out because of that. You know, if you don't have a babysitter. But it was Mother's Day too.
Yeah. I think that's like the exception.
Yeah.
Like a birthday or some type of family celebration where you're like, yes, the baby is going to be here for the pictures and stuff. But if you're just like, our baby cries all the time and we just need a night out, so we're going out with our crying baby.
Right.
You're kind of a jerk.
I have a question for you. Would you bring a baby to see Joan Jett and Billy Idol?
Oh. No.
Yeah, exactly.
I
would
babies
say at concerts.
6 is the youngest
No,
I bring.
this was a baby.
No.
Did they have the little
Too loud.
earmuffs
Yeah,
on?
I had the earmuffs on. I kept on knocking them off, and I go, "You're here.
Oh,
You're listening."
Yeah.
that is Steven Stevens.
Enjoy it, baby.
That's weird.
Carmen,
Yes.
I did not cheat yesterday at all.
On your diet?
Yeah, but
Except
no. But there's a couple of things I want to point out. This is not a negative. There's just things I'm pointing out. Okay, valet at the restaurant was $5. I have not paid for a valet in a long time in a restaurant. Usually, it's you just tip the valet. This
Yeah,
one was
yeah.
$5. That's not interesting.
weird, yeah.
Not bad.
The bread basket, you had to pay for the bread basket,
What?
Oh.
and it was $8.
What?
Yeah,
No way.
but I'll tell you, it looked like it was worth every cent of that $8.
It's the tariffs.
But
Maybe
so how does that come up? They like the server tells you that?
it's
like
on
just,
it's on the appetizer list. Bread basket.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and Juliana wanted bread, so I'm like, all right, we'll take the bread. And
she ate half a roll.
yeah, no, they did, and I think they refill it too. So, but I'll tell you, that was the hardest thing to not eat yesterday. I had a peanut butter pie on my right and a carrot cake on my left, and I still just wanted to eat the bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bread
Well,
looked good.
Well, good for you.
Yeah, I'm killing it right now.
Let me know when your next cheat time is coming because NY to Philly really wants to bring you guys a pizza.
Oh, they can feed these guys anytime. I'm fine with that. It won't
I
bother
know,
me.
but you need to try it.
What are they doing today?
No, but
I've got time. I will tell you what was really good on the cruise. The bread basket on the cruise was good.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is
That
about
was-
the bread there. It's
Right?
so good.
Because you're
Some of it.
starving.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
starving, and you get there, and you're like, just give me that goddamn
But
bread.
it's something about the butter, and I don't
Yeah.
know, man. It's really good.
Yeah,
I figured it out.
I haven't had bread since the cruise. So
Yeah.
it's
I feel if I took that bread and butter from the cruise off the cruise, though, it wouldn't taste the same.
Oh, absolutely. You'd be like, get this out of here.
yeah.
I'm not paying
think
$8 for this.
It wouldn't taste the same.
I agree with that. I feel like all the stars were aligned
Yeah.
for that bread.
Yeah.
That's why it was so good.
You got to meet your son's girlfriend's mother? Yes
I did.
or no?
Yes.
Did it
A
go
plus.
as bad as you thought it would be? Or?
No, it was wonderful. I tell you what, I was really when we sat down. We got there first, and we sat down. It was my wife, me, empty seat, and I went, "Well, I should switch with my wife because now I'm going to be the one responsible for talking.
Oh, yeah,
and
you
doing
got
all
to.
that." And then I didn't do it, and she came, and thankfully, she's a yapper, so the two of them were just back and forth, and I just chilled out and listened to everything. Wonderful lady.
Younger than you thought? Because I always think of someone's mom, and you think someone's mom, and you think
Yeah.
older and stuff.
Oh,
and everything.
no.
But now at our age, it's like she could easily be 10 years younger than us. And
No,
you know?
yeah, she. I expected her to be exactly what she was, young, because her daughter's young. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and I think I've seen Facebook pictures or whatever, but no, lovely lady. Had a great time. Nothing uncomfortable about it. We started talking about it. It was weirder, I think, for her because she's coming in solo.
Right.
For the whole
Whole
family,
family,
you
yeah.
know, and but she was great. I say she's a yapper, but I mean that in a good way. Like she likes to talk, so
Doesn't
it's
just
better
sit there and stare at her plate.
yeah, you don't want
awkward
uncomfortable.
silence.
Yeah. And and evidently she likes my son, so that works out.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does the daughter still live with the mom, or does
Yes.
she have her own? Okay, so when like they're at your place, obviously they're staying with you, and then when they're at her place, they're staying with her.
Right. Well, that was the first thing I asked her when I met her. I go, "So how is your mom letting this big galoot go over and sleep in your house?" And she's like, "She loves him." She says that at all my friends, he's the nicest, the most polite, and all that. So I said, "Okay, good. That's what I want to hear." I don't mind. I mean, she slept there last night. She sleeps over all the time. I'm just used to it now, so it doesn't bother me. And she's such a good kid. And so she's 19 and or maybe 20, and she's got her. She has her own company, like her own. She does nails, but she has her own space, and she's got her own place that she does it, and she's been killing it. Like she really does well. So I'm happy
good.
for her. Yeah. Like
She's like, yeah, she's a real loser. Doesn't have a job.
Right. No, I mean,
It's
not
the
only does she
opposite.
have a job, she owns her own business.
Yeah,
you know what I
that's
mean?
good.
So yeah, she's doing really good.
Did she do that in high school, like the cosmetology class?
I don't know. Maybe she did. I don't know. But she's had a place in South Tampa for a long time.
Real
Yeah.
freeloader. No job. Nothing going on for herself.
That's Joey. you're talking about.
That's one of those jobs, though. Women always need their nails done.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That's
They'll
always
always get them done.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you can go anywhere. You don't have to stay here. You
Yeah.
can go wherever you want.
Joey and I were in Lutz driving around the other day, and he delivers pizzas for three brothers, and I go, "There's all these buildings over here that I don't understand what they are. Like there's like an art school over there, or like an art building. It looks like a little. I don't even know how to describe it. It looks like I don't know. It's a building. It's just this random building in the middle of Lutz that's just there, and there's no property around it or anything. I'm like, what are these? There's a chess club over there. And he goes, "Oh, I forgot he delivers pizzas over there." He's like, "I'm very familiar with these streets. I know what everything is around here." Yeah, we got to get him a real job. He's over there delivering pizzas for Three Brothers. I want him I think a good job for him would be like for now. You know what I mean? Like a transporter for. I call Bob Murray. I'm like, "You got any transporter job?" Like, because whenever Stingray brings my car here, a guy drives the car over and swaps cars with me.
Right.
I'm like, that's what you want. Go bring cars to people.
Yeah.
Be the car deliverer. Nothing makes a guy happy than a brand new Stingray Chevrolet pulling up in your driveway.
Why don't you drive around some Lambos with Uncle Pete?
I think Uncle Pete wants them near the Lambos. I went to Pete's house. Listen to this idiot. Friday night, what did we do? We did something on Friday. And then on the way home, we went to dinner. We went to get sushi. And on the way home, everybody's like, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. I'm like, I'm wide awake. I'm going out. I'm going to Pete's house. So I call Pete. I go, what are you doing? He goes, nothing, come over. I was like, all right, cool. So I drive over to Pete's house, pull in the driveway, and there it is, Lamborghini in the. I almost took a picture of it, but I wanted him to look like I was bragging. It just blows my mind that this guy used to drive a Beretta with a headliner that sat on your head, and one door was broken. You had to get in through one side, and now he's got a Lamborghini in his driveway.
And that's probably not even the nicest car that's been in that driveway.
No. And I walk in. I just walk in Pete's house, and he's nowhere to be found. So I go over and I just sit on the couch, and I'm watching the hockey game. And then finally, Pete emerges in his underwear with no shirt on.
Like a sultan?
Yeah. Sits on the couch. He's like, hey, what's up? I go, oh, what's up? And I'm watching the game. Marchand scores the last goal. I go, look at that, the rat. I turn over and Pete's asleep. I go, I'm sure idiot. I just got up and I left. I was like, you stink.
Party animals.
Yeah, right? He got that big ass pool. I go, fill that pool with broads. I'll be over in a little while.
Yeah.
Nothing. Just him in his underwear.
Didn't have the fire cauldrons going or none of that?
Nothing. Joe, what'd you do this weekend?
Well, Friday we went out to sushi.
Yeah, that's a Friday night spot.
Yeah, with a Friday night spot for us is Hooks, right there on 9th. Beautiful.
I've been to Hooks with you.
Yeah, it's very good. So we had that on Friday. Saturday we chilled out, did some stuff around the house, and then on Sunday stayed in bed all day.
Oh, that's good.
That's what.
Did you do it?
Sugar Pants. Oh yeah.
Oh, good for you.
Oh yeah.
I did my wife a favor. We did not do it.
Oh.
What about the other moms? You have like 5 moms in the house.
The other moms?
Did they lay in the bed too?
No.
All moms welcome.
Yeah.
That was invite only.
All right. I mean, you left some moms out, it sounds like.
They were around. Yeah.
I was wondering if Pete had Crew's mom over for Mother's Day.
Oh.
Crew's mom lives in Texas.
Yeah, I know. But she was here for a while. I didn't know
yeah.
whether they,
No, I don't even know if they still talk about the deal. She'll forever be the one that she stole Pete's heart. No, I don't know. Pete's on he's just on fire. It's weird because he meets girls and he hooks up with girls, but gets the ugliest, fattest Pete face girls on Bumble. Like every morning I wake up and Pete sends me some Bumble pictures and they blow my mind. Like I was showing them to Joey the other day. It's just horrendous. He sent me one the other day where a woman was in the proper weight class. She looked fine, but it looked like her nose was 3 times bigger than a normal nose and moved 2 inches to the left. It was like she looked like a Picasso drawer. It was hard to describe what I was looking at.
I don't know how the apps work, but how does that work those girls in his algorithm?
I don't
based
know.
on what he's got?
Yeah,
they're
I mean,
looking for him? Like that's what they're looking for? Pete?
you're not accounting for personality.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because it's really just age range and location.
Right.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
and most
then
people that age that's what they look like.
Yeah. Sorry to say.
Also, let's be honest, especially for Pete, it's nice to say I'd like to meet a 50-year-old, 40-some-year-old lady in my area, but Pete doesn't. He wants to meet a 32-year-old.
Right.
Yeah. And I don't know if you're not allowed to say that, or if you put in 32 and they laugh at you.
well, no,
Well, they're
because
not
it's
looking
what
for 50.
right. It's what the 32-year-olds are looking for.
Yeah.
So they just match you.
32-year-olds aren't looking for old
Yeah.
souls.
Yeah, most
Old soul with a Lamborghini.
I wouldn't think so.
They're still looking for someone that probably wants to have a baby and get
Squeeze
married.
that kid out.
Yeah, and if they are looking for a 50-some-year-old, they attach their Venmo account.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Oh, I wish Pete would have a baby. That would be great for me. I'll babysit the hell out of that baby. Yesterday, I put a picture of me and my wife on the Mike Calta Show Instagram by accident. I had it open and I posted it to the wrong page, and I just wrote Happy Mother's Day. and I put it up there, and immediately it had like 100 likes, and I went, I'm like, well, all right, it's not that big of a deal. It's Mother's Day, you know what I mean? But man, I just couldn't. I was like, here come the comments. They're all gonna be
You outkicked your coverage.
Oh yeah,
and
it's a good one.
yeah, I was like, Jesus. And then the funny thing is that it's so weird is how I don't want to insult people as much as they want to insult me. Like every guy that's like, your wife's way too hot for you, and I just look at their profile picture, I'm like, your wife looks like a fat pig. I would never say that to you, but that's basically what you're saying to me. But I would have too much decency to say it to you. It's everyone. If you're telling me, yes, my wife is better looking than I should have achieved.
You should write back to him. Your wife looks exactly like she should.
That's exactly what I used to write that. I go, your wife is very appropriate for you for the situation. Yeah. And then the other one's one guy. There is a guy who's got money. Basically, at that point, I'm like, it doesn't bother me. Like, you're not hurting my feelings, but you just call my wife a whore. What you're saying is that she's like a prostitute. She's with me because of money. Although I've said it 9 million times, we've been married for 23 years, been together for 25, and I didn't have a pot to piss in when we were dating. So, I don't really know where that goes, but whatever. It's funny because I didn't care, but I knew the minute I left it up there, I was like, oh, here we go. I got to deal with this stuff. But there's a lot of good stuff on there. There's some clips of Kevin Smith from when he was on the show. Friday's show was really good. Carmen, did we get in trouble on Friday?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything, so I'm assuming no.
Did you turn off your emails?
I did not, honestly.
Nobody yelled at me, and I was ready to take the heat because we went, we were talking for like hours at a time without taking a commercial break.
Yeah, no, nope. I haven't got anything. I even sent an email and took some responsibility for my mistakes. So.
Oh, you made mistakes?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, your spots. Because you usually tell me to play them or you do them live.
I was so involved in the show.
Well, and that's the thing. And then by the time I looked over, we were already over 10 o'clock.
Ooh.
So I had to write them and tell them, hey, just so you know, we did go long today and these spots did not air on time
whammy.
Because of me. I was
the best is Aurelia, the lady who's in charge of that. She's the meanest lady in the whole building, but I love her to death. And like, I don't like a lot of people, especially in the building, and she's one of them. But she, after being here for 19 years, she'll write to me and she'll go, "Hey, your spots were late. Try not to do that." And I go, "Okay." I'm trying not to every day of my life.
And she's not mean in person.
No.
Like she's so sweet and stuff. Best. Right. So again, like when I wrote that email, I was like, I'm just waiting.
Is on the list of people that I'm actively afraid of in that building because there's no time if she comes at me. It's never good. You know what I mean? Like if if I look down and my phone rang and it said Aurelia, I go, oh no, there's no way I'd answer that call.
I also know if I take responsibility, she really knows it's your fault. So
she does.
She like knows like there's really nothing I can do about it.
The problem is it creates more work for her,
right.
And it's not fair. But sometimes that's just how this stupid job goes.
Yeah, listen.
Friday was good. I could sit here and listen to Kevin Smith talk for hours. And Gio, at what point was it around Sunday where you finally were able to relax about whether or not he was coming in?
Pretty much. Mm-hmm. Actually, when I left here Friday, I felt good about it.
That's what you want to do on Friday. You want to go into the weekend having a strong show. I walked out to the car with Kevin, and it we were just talking like two dudes, and I thought this is just he's not Tom Cruise. I'm not, but he's just the fact that he's such a humble guy. And such a nice guy, and that he drove all the way here from Orlando at 6 a.m, drove all the way back to Orlando at 10 o'clock, and then drove all the way back to Tampa for his gig. It blows my mind. I wouldn't do that for any of you.
I told Joe this on Friday. I go, I think he genuinely likes us.
Yeah.
That's not just
and that came from the first couple of times we've had him on the show.
Yeah,
we've had a long relationship. I actually considered going on his cruise in February.
Yeah,
like I was talking to him about it, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I will do that. I think because I'd get to spend time with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know who else was going. I don't know if, like Jason Lee is going, or
do you think he'd put you in the Burt suite, or that's
no? There's only two of those on the whole ship. I would imagine Jay got one, Silent Bob got the other.
Yeah,
one,
probably.
No. But I didn't. I got to tell you, on Burt's cruise, I didn't expect that at all. I just expect. That's why I was like, how many people could we put in a room? I was ready to share a room with Joe in Spanish and my son. And I'm like, how many people could we fit in the room?
But if the guy's going to drive 90 minutes over here, I think he genuinely enjoys the show, being on the show.
Yeah.
And I gave him that whole week going back and forth. I gave him an out multiple times.
Oh,
I was like, hey,
Oh,
man,
yeah.
it's totally fine. We got nothing but love for you no matter what. And he's like, nope, I'm coming in.
Yep.
Well, his story about that lady who literally bought his movie
Dogma.
just to give it back to him. You know what I mean? I think those little things like he really appreciates because he puts so much into his work.
And also, Carmen, I have never heard him say the words Harvey Weinstein before, and him telling stories
Yeah.
Right.
about
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah.
Man.
Like his whole career is built at Miramax
Oh,
and
yeah.
with Harvey Weinstein, basically.
A lot of people's was,
Yeah.
and it's wild because I mean, a ton of them had no idea until all of a sudden you're like,
Yeah.
what?
I wonder how much people really didn't know. Like Kevin, I don't know that he's ever was really hanging out with Harvey, but you got to
Right.
hear things. You know
But
what
like
I mean?
he said, he was like, oh, I heard maybe he'd been cheating on his wife pretty regularly.
Right.
But that's
none of his business.
right.
Yeah,
You
and
don't-
also if you're not going to do business with people that are cheating on people, you're
Yeah,
not
that's
working
true.
with anyone. I'm sure.
And he's the boss. So
Right.
it's like you're not. Hey, you've been banging a lot of chicks in the office here. Like,
But it's also like Gwyneth Paltrow talks about that, about Brad Pitt confronting Weinstein, and that Brad Pitt was already not super
But
famous,
he was famous.
but
yeah.
already famous and
Yeah.
doing movies and stuff, and then found out, because it was Gwyneth Paltrow who he was dating at the time. But other than that, he was like, I don't know what this guy's doing.
Yeah.
And
Unless
like, what are you?
hear it.
And like, what are you supposed to do? Like, you hear one story from one girl. Like, do you report him?
Yeah.
Because if she's not going to report him, why would you? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
you
just kind
don't.
of like, what are you supposed to do in that situation? Even if you do hear that.
and you risk getting blackballed from the industry.
Right, and how many people have been blamed for stuff, and then it turns out that it's total BS.
Right.
Right.
And you're like, oh, well, I stopped working with them 3 years ago because I heard a rumor,
Yeah.
and now my career's nowhere.
I like to point out, though, when Carmen came to me and said that John Brennan cornered her in the office a
Oh.
couple of times, I said, hey,
Yeah.
John, put a stop to that right now.
You got to do what you got to do.
You
Wait,
gotta- I
what? No,
understand,
no.
John.
He always locks the door behind you.
Carmen had to get out of that after show somehow.
Who was the guy that had the button on the door?
Matt Lauer.
Yeah, Matt Lauer.
Matt
Yeah.
Lauer.
Yeah.
But you know what? Tony says that, my agent's got a New York City office. He said that's not very uncommon that people have those just remote locks on the doors because they would be having confidential meetings and stuff, and they would be able to just lock
Yeah,
it.
you say I have to get up every time and go over to
so
the,
that the secretary is not just coming
Walking in.
and they got papers laid out everywhere. So, yeah, I remember there's that one.
and if you want to bang somebody.
There's
that too.
That too. There's that one scene in Private Parts, which is real. I mean, that audio actually exists. Where when Howard was at ABC, he went into the program director's office live on the air
Oh, yeah.
and saw everybody's salaries on the paper there. Man, I used to try and look for that in John Larson's office all the time. I was dying to know what everybody made.
I told you I found a file a long time ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of what everybody made.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
who was on there? Do you remember?
Yeah. You. SBK.
Oh yeah. By the way,
Oh,
today's
this is
SBK's birthday.
This is
yeah.
recent then.
Happy
Well,
birthday.
not too.
No, not
No, this was
5.
6 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, that's compared to being here like 19 years. That's
Yeah.
pretty recent.
Yeah.
What did it say?
What was the
That's
most shocking thing on there?
I don't think anyone was really shocking. I
was
think it
all-
was all.
Ballpark, what you thought?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
And then it was gone because I went back, looked for it and stuff. And so I think somebody saw that I saw, or somebody saw.
Yeah.
That you opened it.
Yeah.
Can I tell you what I think?
Yeah. Huh.
I think John Larson was guessing.
Oh, no. It wasn't John Larson.
Oh.
No, this was when, because John Brennan was program director.
Yeah.
5, 6
gotcha.
years ago, whatever.
Okay.
And it was a literal file with the actual. Yeah, it was the real
Yeah,
deal.
it's like I don't think John Larson was privy to that information. John Brennan, yes.
Yeah.
John Larson, no.
Yeah.
Interesting.
This is like leaking the information to the phone numbers to Shooter Sanders from the kid at Falcons.
I did not go live and point it out or tell anyone or do anything.
We're looking at your salary. We'd like to give you a raise.
Oh, man.
Shiloh got signed, huh?
Yeah, with the Bucks.
Does that last now, or is that like that's guaranteed? He's
I
on
mean,
the team.
You still have to make the team,
Right.
the final 53-man roster. After
I don't know anything about his college playing, so I don't know if he's good or not or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, he played 6 years.
Yeah, I
So
don't
he's
know.
a little bit older.
I don't know. He's older, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means for.
Because a lot of guys right now, they got the COVID year, so they got an extra year eligibility. So you got a lot.
Right.
You got
And they
college.
redshirt.
Yeah, you got college players that played like 6 years now. They're getting in the league.
Well, there's like the oldest college player is like 26 or 27.
Yeah.
And he's had like 8 years,
Yeah.
his like all the workaround that he did, because you get like a red shirt year, and then you can have like a red shirt injured year, and then
The
it's
COVID year, they gave him an extra year.
COVID year, yeah, but it's insane because there's this guy who's like 26, 27, and he's played with a bunch of NFL players. You know what I mean? Because he's played on multiple teams, and it's just like, so why isn't he in the NFL? Why is he still in college?
Because he knows he's not going to make it, so he's just milking out those
Ride it
college
out,
years.
Yeah.
I was sitting in the living room yesterday in the afternoon, and it rained, and all of a sudden, boo, power went out. All of a sudden, boo, power went back on. I love it. I absolutely love it.
So-
that generator was already paying off.
You don't have to even do anything. It's just automatic.
And they said it could take up to a minute for it to go back on. Hogwash. The minute it powers on, it powers right back up again. I was like, this is
Yeah, that's
wonderful.
what my brother said the first time. He said his power went off and it went
Yeah.
and just like came right back on.
And I can't tell if the power's coming back on or if the
it's-
generator's on.
yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. Does it notify you, or can you get it so it notifies you that the generator has taken over, so you know? Or do
Probably,
you
but also
care?
don't care.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it'll run everything just like
Run
normal.
everything.
Oh man,
Run everything, and all I cared about was the AC, and it runs everything.
I feel like you're hoping for a hurricane.
No.
Not a hurricane. Hoping for COVID.
No.
Hoping for another pandemic.
Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you, last night, in order to fall asleep, I was laying in bed deciding how my in-laws would stay in my office. My brother-in-law would stay over here. My brother would stay upstairs if he decided to go. Like I got room for everybody.
For COVID or the hurricane?
COVID, everybody. In my mind, it's it's one of those COVIDs where everybody has to stay inside.
Right.
And I tell everybody, come over, bring all the food you can, bring a mattress because I'm going to run out of beds, and all the food and mattress and whatever weapons you have, and then we just hunker down.
Where do the Conleys go?
I don't think the Conleys make the cut on this one.
No.
Okay.
I got too many people now.
Yeah,
Got too many
well.
people. Conleys are welcome during hurricanes. That's about it. All right, let's take a break. It's Monday morning. Good morning, everybody. Post Mother's Day. I had made a mistake last week. Not that any of you care, but I'm just being honest and telling you. Next Monday is when we're announcing the big Bone event that we have coming up. I know.
Gotta wait another week.
Yeah.
I'm sure I just reminded everybody of it and they just forgot about it anyway. But it's going to be good and it's going to be exciting. But I jumped the gun. It's not until next Monday. So next Monday, we'll have all the details for you and we'll tell you about it. But Carmen, clear your
Yeah.
schedule.
For when?
You gotta wait. You gotta wait a week, another
All
week to find out.
All of July?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Have July open. It's going to be a
Okay.
good one.
God.
We'll take a break. We'll tell you what we have to give away this week and we'll play Sporkle next on 102.5 The Bone. Gio, I watched Thunderbolts. Did you watch it yet?
No. Good?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good. Yeah. I mean, I'm not like blown away by it, but it was
Right.
pretty good.
I heard it was pretty funny.
Yeah, it's more funny than it's very tongue in cheek kind of.
Like a Guardians of the Galaxy type vibe.
Yeah, like not as funny.
Right.
Like Guardians of the Galaxy, Batista's so goddamn funny in that second one. It's not that funny. It's got a couple of amusing lines, and it's lighthearted. I
a
get it.
couple of amusing lines is your review.
It's a little bit too hokey. It's like
Right.
less gritty and more hokey, but it's a work in progress.
You're selling it big for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like I wasn't blown away by it, but I liked it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I would recommend.
But also, you can't go by his recommendation. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, you loved Back to the Future. He thought it had too many songs.
That's true.
Way too many songs.
The
I
musical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That stunk.
It was great.
And then that kid from Stranger Things, you saw him out in the parking lot. Did I dream that or was
No,
that real?
that really did happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny. All right, we got stuff to give away. A new week, new bunch of prizes. Carmen, what do we have? Baby Metal,
Nope. I think that.
WrestleMania.
Nope.
All right.
We have tickets for Stained,
Okay.
Pierce the Veil,
What is that?
a band.
a band, I'm assuming.
Doesn't sound like a. All right. What else?
Ringo Starr.
I
and
know
his
him. He's very
All-Star
famous.
band.
Yeah, he was.
Yep.
He was in a band once called what?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, the Beatles.
Very good.
Yes,
Carmen.
I
Yeah.
did know that.
All right. What else?
Mike Campbell,
Uh-huh.
and then MBT Legends
Oh,
with Cage
brother.
the Elephant.
The legendary Cage the Elephant. Name their song, Joe. Those legends.
I was walking down the street. Is that the?
Yes, that is it. He's
That is
right
the
about
lyrics,
that.
yeah.
He got it right. Yeah.
Did they do handlebars?
No.
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 Oh well.
And
I tried.
So is that the way they're hawking that NBT now? Legends.
Legends.
And I heard it's like on a Wednesday night.
Well, if you're gonna see a legend, you can do it on a Wednesday
If
night.
you're gonna go see a concert for a radio station that doesn't exist anymore, go see it on a Wednesday night.
don't say that.
No, I don't care. Listen to me. I don't understand why they insist on putting all that money into NBT when those kids are in their 40s now, the NBT kids, and they don't just decide to make it a bone event instead. You got the strongest radio station in all of Tampa Bay. You've got people who have proven that they would do events if you put on a good event, and instead they keep trying to drag along this NBT thing.
And just because we don't play music doesn't mean people aren't going to go to a concert that we put on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, they're talk, so we can't go see a band.
What if we would have put on the Billy Idol show? What if we would have put on Billy Idol and Joan Jett on from Saturday?
But here's my point: is whenever their tickets aren't selling, they go, "Hey,
Yeah,
the Bone, can you guys
yeah.
help us out?"
Well, because where are they going to promote it on 97.9?
Exactly.
This is next big thing. This
Yes.
KG Elephant.
Yeah.
Really?
Legends.
Legends.
Oh, usually it's like
MBT Legends.
it's like in December though.
It's
This is the-
September.
This is the legends, though.
Oh wow. I mean, I like KG Elephant.
Yeah, Legends.
Do you?
Is Blink 182 a legend? Yes. Is
Yeah.
Cage the Elephant? No.
No.
Yeah, they're like mid.
No.
They do. I mean, they do arenas.
For that time period.
I mean, they're not that old. Probably the last
KGL,
10 years.
you think KGL isn't doing arenas now?
Yeah.
Could you
do?
name more than one Cage the Elephant song?
I'm telling you right now, I don't know, but I couldn't
Yeah.
think that that's possibly true.
I think if you went through their catalog, you'd be like, oh yeah, oh yeah,
Their
oh yeah.
Big song is
Wow.
"Ain't No Rest for the Wicked." That's
Right.
what blew
Yeah.
them up.
You're right.
Okay,
only
I
one
do
way to
know
do
that
it.
song. I do know that
There's
song.
only one way to do it.
They're definitely doing arenas. Listens.
By the way, they're at MetLife Stadium. They're at the Rose Bowl.
You guys are way.
Yeah.
Listen, I said, I
Yeah.
don't know, but I can't possibly think that's true. But it is true.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I will-
And I will admit that I don't know.
Can I say something? They're legends.
We're just getting to the age now. We're in a different generation
Yeah.
of music.
I will say when I was in high school and we were driving around smoking weed, it was Sublime, Cage the Elephant was in there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they're that kind of group. So it's everyone in their
And their
30s, 40s.
yeah, and their fan base is like established. Like,
Right.
they're not going anywhere.
I just looked at my phone. Aurelia texted me, "Good morning."
Oh no.
Anyway.
Is that a threat?
Just let me know if
listening.
she's listening.
No, I,
Yeah.
will, I would not call them legends.
Yeah, I wouldn't
It's a
either.
very successful rock band, not really legends.
Yeah. Well, good. If you like them, they'll be here in time. I'm sure there's a group of people that do. Like, I'm old. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
I'm out of the range. But
Are other people with them, or is it just them?
Probably
Well,
just
it's the Legends, the next big thing, Legends with Cage of the Elephant.
Cage
With
the
Cage
Elephant.
the,
Oh,
with
there's-
Cage the Elephant.
going to be multiple legends
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
That
Well,
would-
gang, let's get the goddamn lineup up
Leave,
here.
leave.
Hold on.
I'm
They-
looking. I'm looking.
All right.
And Mike, we do have some other tickets, but not for Sporkle.
Well, okay, but
I
tell
don't
me,
know.
tell me what they are.
I've got the other legends. If you want to know that, real
What are the
quick.
other tickets?
Metallica.
Oh, you save those. Metallica.
Yeah,
we have
yeah.
Metallica
Legends.
tickets.
That's okay.
All right, legends. Go.
Definitely legends.
No, Metallica's legends.
Yes.
You got KG Elephant for the legends. You got some other legends. Dexter and the Moon Rocks.
Shut up.
I've never heard
You're
of them.
making that up.
Are you, is that
That's a
like,
Nickelodeon show.
yeah.
Dexter and the Moon Rocks. Girl Tones.
Are you sure it's in the Deftones?
Nope. Girl Tones.
Girl Tones.
Yeah.
Right.
Different than Deftones.
Used to be two girls that were in the Deftones. They left.
I'd
They
say
actually got implants and now they can hear.
Deftones legendary.
You're thinking of Dial Tones. Who else?
That's it. That's
That's a lineup, or that's what's been released?
what's on the thing on the flyer. It says those three bands: KG Elephant, Dexter and the Moon Rocks, and Girl Tones.
Good luck, Fisher and Boy. Good luck. All right, let's give some stuff away right now. A little bit of Sporkle. Here we go. Hey, Fish. Kate's the Elephant's coming. Hey, Fish. Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Carmen, what are we playing today?
All right, today we're going to be playing
Hey, Fish.
movie quotes increasing in difficulty. Okay, so we're going to start with easy, then medium, then hard, but I'm going to give you the movie quote. You're going to give me the movie.
All right.
Okay? Your first one. This one time at band camp.
American Pie.
Mike.
I give that to Gio.
Thank you.
All right. Integrity. Gio gets the point.
Point to you.
Roads where we're
Back to the
going.
I'll
Gio.
give that to Gio too.
Show me the money.
Jerry Maguire.
Mike. You shall not pass.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord
Keep
of the
going.
Rings.
The Two Towers.
Lord of the Rings. Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Gio, you
never
can,
thought.
Gio, you can continue.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to think of it.
Okay, just so you know.
Thank you,
Mike
Michael.
gets the point. Yes.
Goblet of Fire. That's what I was gonna say.
Nope.
That's different.
You take the red pill. You stay
Matrix.
in Wonderland. Mike. Carpe diem. Seize the day, boys.
Apocalypse Now.
Armageddon.
Carpe diem. Seize the day, boys.
I don't know.
Dead Poets Society.
Bleh. Legends.
I do wish we could chat longer, but I'm having an old friend for dinner.
Silence the Lambs.
Galvin. Nobody puts baby in a
Gary
corner. Mike. You're going to need a bigger
Jaws.
boat. Galvin. Now we're on to medium. I'm also just a girl standing in front of a
Never been
boy
kissed.
asking him to love her.
Notting Hill.
Yes. Gio. I'm sorry. That last hand nearly killed me. I'm sorry. That last hand nearly killed me.
Casino Royale.
Yes, Mike.
Ah.
Yeah, one more thing. None of them want to pay taxes again.
Armageddon.
Ever.
Armageddon.
Gio.
That's a great
That
line.
is a great line.
Choose life, choose a job, choose a career, choose a family. Choose life, choose a job, choose a career, choose a family.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
No clue.
No.
Train spotting. If peeing your pants is cool.
Billy Madison.
Yes.
Then I'm
Joe.
Miles Davis.
Yeah.
Joe at my birthday party.
Yeah.
Yeah. True story.
I'm proud of that moment.
And Pap, we're halfway there.
That's a legend. You want to talk about legends? That's a
Oh,
legend, Joe.
I have video.
That's a moment legends are made of.
Galvin has 3 points on the board. Gio has 4. Michael has 5.
Legendary.
Legend.
All right. Movie quotes, increasing difficulty. Your next one. You either die a hero or you live long
Batman.
enough.
The Dark Knight Rises.
You live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Oh man, what is that?
You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Justice League.
I can't remember.
It's one of the Batmans.
Yes, The Dark Knight.
Ah, damn it. I
That's
said
it.
Rises.
Your next one. Let me tell you what Like a Virgin is about.
Reservoir Dogs.
Mike. I don't want to come off as arrogant here, but I'm the greatest botanist on this planet.
Martian.
Mike. They've done studies, 60% of the time it works
Anchorman.
every time.
Anchorman.
The
Legend
Legend
of
of
Robbery.
Come on.
Gio. We're on hard now. These are hard movie
Oh, I've
quotes.
been hard the whole time.
Wait a minute. Most people are so ungrateful to be alive, but not you, not anymore. Game over.
That is hard.
Most people are so ungrateful to be alive, but not you, not anymore. Game over.
Alien.
What is that called?
Saw.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of. Damn it.
No point. There are no 2 words in the English language more harmful than good job.
Glengarry Glen Ross.
There are no 2 words in the English language more harmful than good job.
I don't know.
Horrible bosses.
Whiplash.
Oh yeah.
Look, doctor, he's so happy, he's crying. Look, doctor, he's so happy, he's crying.
He's
Young
hard.
Frankenstein.
Patch Adams.
I don't know.
Dirty, rotten scoundrels. Let off some steam, Bennett. These are hard, so you know.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Let off some steam, Bennett. Commando. Wait, I'm sorry. Whoa. If you were happy every day of your life, you wouldn't be a human being. You'd be a game show host.
Fight Club.
If you were happy every day of your life, you wouldn't be a human being.
No
You'd be a game show host.
Yep.
Heathers. Don't be afraid. I'm going to give you the choice I never had. Don't be afraid. I'm going to give you the choice I never had.
Twilight.
No. Interview with the Vampire.
Oh, at the buzzer.
Oh.
Damn it.
Assist by Geo.
Yeah.
It was a vampire movie.
Calvin. And Pap, we're on the last 3.
Galvin has 4 points on the board. Gio ahead by 1. He has 5. And Michael is your leader right now. He's winning with 7.
Brad Pitt says that, I think.
All right, we are doing movie quotes, and we're on the hard ones right now. Last 3. I like these calm little moments before the storm. It reminds me of Beethoven. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I know that.
The Professional.
Storm.
The
No.
what is it called? Leon the Professional.
Galvin.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
Leon the Professional.
Yeah, that's Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
In any fight, it's the guy who's willing to die
Fight
who's
Club.
gonna win that inch.
The Longest Yard.
I don't know.
Okay. Any given Sunday.
So close.
And your last one. I'm going to count to 3. There will not be a 4.
Oh, I just saw this.
I'm going to count to 3. There will not be a 4.
Brady Bunch the movie.
What?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Jan.
Mike Brady. Sorry, Jan. I don't know.
Die Hard.
I do that.
Hans Gruber.
Your final score, Galvin and Gio both tied with 5.
Boo.
And Michael is your triumphant champion today. He won with 7.
There will not be a 4.
Yeah.
Well, let me pick a winner first. Good morning. Who is this?
This is Jimmy.
How you doing, Jimmy?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Don't say anything, Jimmy. Don't tell me. Galvin, what does Jimmy do for a living?
He works construction.
Construction. Gio?
Jimmy delivers pizzas.
No. Jimmy works for a company that does sprinklers.
Hmm.
Jimmy, what do you do for a living?
I'm an aircraft mechanic.
Damn, we're not even close. We're not even close. This guy's putting rudders on
Construction was
jets.
close.
Yeah. I'm going to put you on hold. Carmen will grab you during the break, and we'll hook you up with a prize. Okay, buddy?
Thanks, guys. I'm doing.
Thanks, Jimmy. Jimmy's
Loves
online
cage
too.
elephant.
Carmen. All right. Congratulate me as a pope. Not the pope from Chicago, but one of the other popes that didn't make the cut.
Oh, we're changing it now?
No. That was what it was before.
No, wasn't it? It was the Pope from Chicago.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't remember anything.
Yeah, no.
Give me congratulate me as the pope from Chicago.
Hey, that Mike Calta did really good on the sporkle. I bless him with the Pope.
Amen.
Hey, Dominus Verbiscus there. We're going to go down to Lakeshore Drive and, I don't know, maybe catch a Sox game or something. God bless everybody.
Amen.
We're on a
I
mission
like
from God.
it. Yeah. What do we have coming up in news, Galvin?
Coming up in news today, we have Pick Your Poison. That doesn't suit you. And too many songs.
Oh. All right, Galvin Nation News. We'll take a quick break, come back, get right into it. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. It's Friday night. AC/DC.
This Friday?
I believe this Friday is AC/DC.
Let me see. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to that. I think so.
Oh.
You got tickets already, or you're
yeah. I don't want to go.
Oh,
But I got tickets. But I don't want to go.
You don't want to go if you could just go like that, snap your finger and be there. Yeah. And then snap your finger and be gone.
Yeah, which is weird because it's not like the drive there is a problem. I just don't want to deal with people, and I don't know. I can't wait till I get thrown on one of those VR headsets and just be there, watch it from my bed, but to get to see it live. Like I love AC/DC and I want to see Brian Johnson and all that stuff. But
I'll tell you, Joan Jett and Billy Idol was great.
I look good.
Yeah,
Billy Idol's always good.
He 69 years old.
Yeah, he's had abs his whole life.
Sounded great. The band sounded great. Steve Stevens. I said Steve Stevens looks like every divorcee on Long Island.
The female, female side, yeah.
Yeah, he's got the hair and the thing and stuff.
Hilarious.
But it was cool because he, obviously did a guitar solo and he was doing some cool stuff. And then he went into a little eruption. He was playing a little Led Zeppelin stuff. And then during one of the songs, they broke it down. And he went into the Top Gun theme because he plays on that.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, that's Steve Stevens.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that.
It was good. It was good stuff. All right, ladies and gentlemen, time to check in with Galvin. He has today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's top story, it's good to be president, and what may be the most valuable gift extended to the United States from a foreign government, the Trump administration is preparing to accept a super luxury Boeing 747-8 jumbo jet from the royal family of Qatar, a gift that is available for use by President Donald Trump as the new Air Force One until shortly before he leaves office, at which time ownership of the plane will be transferred to the Trump Presidential Library Foundation.
How is that possible?
That you can accept a gift like that?
Yeah.
We got the Statue of Liberty. I don't know.
The Statue of Liberty came to the country, didn't go to the president.
Yeah, then you can't accept the gift. I don't think as just the president. It'd just be like a gift to the.
You're
country.
not allowed to accept any presents when you're gifts when you're the president. You accept it and then it goes into the archive and you don't get to keep it.
And that's the thing is I think that he's accepting it on behalf of the United States and then they're using it while he's president. And then when he's done being president, he goes to the presidential library.
And then what do they do with it?
Then Trump continues to use it.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, people are looking into it.
Yeah,
I can't imagine that they're just I guess that's how it works.
I bet it never happens.
Huh?
Because you assume Air Force One is, it's got all kinds of special capabilities.
Yeah, like how many times do they have to go over this thing to make sure there's no
tracking and all that different stuff? Yeah, listening devices and everything else. The gift is expected to be announced next week when Trump visits Qatar on the foreign trip of the second term. But a senior White House official said the gift will not be presented or gifted while the president is in Qatar this week. In a social media post Sunday night, Trump confirmed his administration was preparing to accept the aircraft, calling it a very public and transparent transaction with the Defense Department.
That's great. I just want to know what happens after the presidency. What does it do? Where does it go? Yeah, but what do you keep it like in your own personal fleet? You can't do that. You can't do that.
That's what he wants to do.
But you can't though. None of those gifts. You don't get to keep.
Don't tell Trump what he can't do.
Ownership of the plane will be transferred to the Trump Presidential Library Foundation.
Right. But then they'll just be able to use it willy-nilly the way they want, whatever they want. That's so funny.
It's only a $400 million airplane.
Yeah, that's true.
It's for the foundation. Whose foundation? Trump's foundation.
Yeah.
So he gets the ticket.
We got to keep the plane. We can't just leave it here.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not I'm wishing the best for this administration, for the country, for the world.
Yeah.
It's just so funny to laugh at some of these things. It's just like, this is like, even Keckner was saying the other day, he goes, can you just believe some of this stuff is happening? I go, no, man, I don't believe we're living in this weird time.
I feel he just does this to troll the people that hate him.
I agree with that. And I agree that even if he has no intention on taking the plane, he will say a bunch of things to get everybody fired up. And I think that makes me laugh the most. Like my in-laws, they hate Trump. And the other day they were talking about him and they were like, I never thought you'd see Trump get rid of habeas corpus, and I just listen to my laugh, and I'm like, if you guys are trying to fire me up, it's not going to work. I don't
Yeah.
care. I don't care enough.
Well, Trump is getting a jumbo jet. We're getting some high-speed vessels. Pinellas County transportation official planned to purchase up to 2 high-speed vessels, which would they would lease to a private operator for enhanced ferry service between St. Petersburg and Tampa.
Seems like they got to work on the ferry thing. I got at least make sure it's got the right lights on it.
Well, the other ferry got shut down. The other ferry got run into. We're all about ferries all of a sudden.
Yeah, I don't know when the ferry became the big thing.
An unused $4.86 million in federal grant approaching its termination date would fund the acquisition. I love that there's just almost $5 million just laying around. Yeah. Brad Miller, CEO of the Pinellas Suncoast Transit Authority, said owning the vessels would reduce hourly operating costs by hundreds of dollars. Oh, saving hundreds of dollars.
Listen, if the ferry is being utilized and it's more than just a joyride and people are actually taking it across from St. Pete to Clearwater, whatever, great. More ferries.
And nobody's using the ferry.
Nobody's using the ferry.
No.
I don't know who is using. I don't know who the people on it are. I don't know what's going on.
When I rode the Staten Island ferry, it was packed.
Staten Island Ferry is the only outlet that you have to get over to Manhattan from Staten Island if you're not taking the bridge. You know?
Can tell a lot of daily commuters were stuffed on there.
Ooh, I mean, yeah.
By the way, speaking of Staten Island, I told you about that Vince Vaughn movie. So there's a Vince Vaughn movie. It's on Netflix. It's called Nona's. Yeah. So I don't know whether I brought it up whenever we were talking about it, but I saw him in an interview, and it was a restaurant on Staten Island.
Oh, really?
I guess it's a real restaurant that this guy opened, and he had Nona's, so he would have people's grandmothers come and cook the family stuff.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, and he had a bunch of different ones. Then he started opening other ones, and it was like Greek and Japanese and this and that and everything. But he had them come and do their family's recipes
That's a great
and stuff.
idea.
Yeah, but like Lorraine Bracco's in it, Susan Sarandon.
I went to watch it the other day, but it didn't come out until Friday, so I missed it.
It looks like a very kind of Hallmark, feel good kind of
cute,
but it's also Vince Vaughn.
Handsome Vince Vaughn.
Yeah. So
Not puffy Vince Vaughn. Puffy Vince Vaughn's funny. Handsome Vince Vaughn's like, hey, yeah.
A Soviet-era spacecraft plunged to the Earth on Saturday. Did anybody hear about this?
Well,
the Russians believe it came down over the Indian Ocean, but some experts were not sure of the precise location.
Yeah, it was somewhere.
I don't know. It fell somewhere.
Could have been Cleveland. Could have been the Indian Ocean.
It's been up there for a while. It came down. We got it back. Is the dog on there? Is Sputnik?
Sputnik's no. Sputnik would be long dead by now.
Wouldn't that be wild if it was still alive? You don't age in space.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
That'd be weird. A woman is going viral on TikTok for showing how a Pizza Hut was keeping kitchen supplies, including pizza boxes, stacked in a bathroom. Who cares? Who cares?
Well, I'm sorry. Is it an active bathroom? Is the bathroom that they're using? Oh, that's a different story.
Yeah. Who cares? Anyone who's eaten pizza
I
in
in
the
my
last
mind,
10 years.
I thought they would just say, "Hey, we got to use this room for storage. Just close the top of the toilet."
The company responded by saying they have quickly resolved the issue.
Ooh,
Yeah. You want Pizza Hut? You want to come back? I don't know how Pizza Hut's doing. It doesn't seem like they're doing fantastic, but they are one point were like the place. Pizza Hut, bring back your buffets.
Yeah, but there had to be a reason why they got rid of those. Like that had to not work for some reason, or else they would
people
be
don't go
everywhere.
in.
Right.
There's not a lot of standalone Pizza Huts anymore. They're all like in strip malls and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. And I don't even know that you can go in and sit down. I don't know. I think you bring back the
old red roof.
Yeah, the old red roof.
Yep.
By the way, I love whenever you see a Pizza Hut that's like a car dealership now, and you're like, that used to be a Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
But bring that back and bring back the buffets.
They have these like nostalgic Pizza Huts around the country where like that's the gimmick. There's one in Florida.
Got the old red cups.
And it's like that's the gimmick. It's just like you walk in and it's all set up like the 80s, the placemats, everything is set up that way. It's like called Pizza Hut Classic. And they have a couple of them around the country.
The first marathon I ran was over on Space Coast.
Right.
And afterwards, I'm like, I am starving. Want to go somewhere? And it was a Pizza Hut, and it was a buffet Pizza Hut. And I was like, I'm never leaving here.
Those are the best.
Oh, it was so good.
I just think that, like Carmen said, people don't like to go in anymore. And if they did, it definitely would bring it back. Like if that was like, their marketing told them that would be, or research rather, that said, yeah, people were clamoring to come back into the buffet. They would open one in a second.
I feel like buffets in general have really gone to the wayside. Like there's not a whole lot of, there used to be a ton, everywhere, buffets everywhere. Now it's not really a thing.
When I was a kid, we came down here with the Boy Scouts to go to Disney World, and we ate at Duff's buffet in Orlando.
yeah.
Oh, you can't. I mean, that was the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
It was like $12, and it was all you can eat. And you could eat all.
You get hot dogs, lasagna,
Yep.
Chinese food,
mac and cheese,
Golden Corral.
Chinese food, yeah.
Golden Corral,
yeah.
chopped
Pot
mutton.
roast, yeah. It was good. It was some good stuff in that Duff's.
Yeah, I like buffets. Buffets are nice, but like when we go on the cruise, they have the buffet.
Yeah.
Are there CCs still around or no?
I don't know.
There's-
CC's
They're
was
rare,
great.
but there's a
Sporadic,
couple.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was another one. CC's Pizza. Mike Olivero used to give me and Pete CC's all-you-can-eat buffet gift cards. That was helping me and Pete survive.
I was blown away when I found out that they'll make whatever pizza you want.
Oh yeah.
You can get the stuff on the buffet, but also if you want something, just ask for it. They'll make it and put it out there.
I used to destroy some CC's,
Oh,
man.
so good.
Oh, good stuff.
Because
It
what
really
was that? Was it like $4.99 or something
Oh,
like
I
that?
don't
If
so
that,
cheap.
yeah, $3 or $4.
That's why they're not open anymore. How can they be giving away all that stuff for $5?
We didn't
Pizza's so cheap to make, anyways.
Not just the pizza, but all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go to the buffet today.
What'd you say about NY to Philly, Carmen?
Yes,
me
they-
What time they coming?
Let me know.
I have a hot or not for you guys.
Oh, good.
Virginia Marie Gonzalez. She is 33 years old. She's from Austin, Texas. She was arrested on a charge of injury to a child after the 7-year-old girl was found locked in a closet, starving last month. The girl's grandmother called police after she found the child malnourished, soiled, and barricaded in a bedroom closet. That's according to the arrest affidavit. The grandmother had gone to the apartment after Gonzalez was arrested for marijuana possession. Gonzalez allegedly barricaded her child in the closet for a month, feeding her a hot dog, Carmen, you might like this, or a corn dog in the morning and evening, and a half a cup of water daily. The girl was immediately taken to the local hospital for medical treatment, where she was found to weigh 29 pounds.
How old is she?
Oh my
She
God.
was 7 years
my
old.
Come on.
Gonzalez,
How could
by the
they
way,
be so mean?
we know she's a bad person. So when we put up the picture,
Yeah.
we know she's bad. Gonzalez is being held in Travis County Correctional Complex on a $75,000 bond. She has a court hearing scheduled next week.
They should starve her.
Yeah, well, she is Virginia Marie Gonzalez. She's 33 years old from Austin, Texas. Already busted for marijuana. Then they found her 7-year-old daughter, who was down to 29 pounds, locked in a closet, starving and malnourished and soiled herself and everything. And she was barricaded in the bedroom closet. Mike Calta, Virginia, hot or not?
I went up and down with the name. Virginia, no. Marie, no. Gonzalez, yes. I believe that she's so into herself that she didn't care about the kid. I say she's hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gio, what do you got?
No, I think I thought at first Austin, a lot of hot chicks in Austin, but no, this woman's fat, gross, waste of human.
Okay.
Giving up corn dogs?
Yeah.
Carmen, what do you think?
One more time. How old was she?
She's 33.
33.
Has
Yeah,
a 7-year-old.
She looks 53. I
7
bet.
years old. No, she doesn't want a fat baby. I want a cute
Oh.
baby. You gotta be skinny. I think she's hot.
All right. So you and Mike say hot. Gio says not hot. Take a look. Joe has it up on Bone TV. You guys have it in your photos there.
She
Not
better
hot.
not be fat.
Not hot.
Not hot.
Oh, yeah.
Not hot.
No.
Not bad.
No.
No.
Not as bad as
not
you thought it
gross.
was going to be. Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. But I bet a little makeup and, put her in the right pants. She looks
Get her on a
good.
treadmill.
Ooh, she have a little heart tattoo on her throat.
Yeah.
That's
Mm.
hot. Yeah, but not hot.
Not hot.
Doesn't do it.
Like I let her do stuff to me.
All right.
Wait.
But it's not hot.
I'll let her take a peek at the corn dog.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about.
Wow.
A woman got married in the UK and had a slightly bigger wedding party than most people have. Do you remember how many people were in your wedding party, like bridesmaids? Do you know how many?
Can I count it
Your
out? real
wife?
quick?
Yeah.
It was my brother. It was my best man. It was Pete. Both my brother-in-laws. Another guy. 5.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's it. Oh, and
Did your wife have?
Frankie there? 6.
Did your wife have more or less bridesmaids, or the same number?
I think the same number, and then we had flower kids, the flower girl,
Yeah.
and ring bearer, and that kind of thing. I think 6. I had 6 guys. I think.
Yeah. I had my brothers. I had Kevin. I had Dave. I had you.
Yeah.
And then remember, we had the tallest wedding party probably ever
yeah.
because my wife's friends, 2 of them were over 6 foot. Yeah. But a normal amount, what 10 to 12, something like that.
Yeah, I would think 5 on each side would be sufficient.
It looked like a starting offensive line for the NFL.
20 would be crazy. 20 bridesmaids would be crazy. This lady had 95 bridesmaids.
I don't even know 95 people.
95 bridesmaids.
Yeah.
And they had 8 groomsmen, so they had to just keep rotating, I guess.
I wonder what 8 groomsmen?
Yeah.
To the 95?
Yeah, so I'm going to take Sally, Rachel, Samantha, her, just keep on going down, take different ones.
That is another thing that I do think about often. If I were to get married now, who would be at my wedding party?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
When your wife dies in the plane crash?
No. If
That
I were to remarry my wife, I haven't thought about. If she dies in a plane crash, I'm never getting remarried.
Okay.
Yeah.
So renewing the vows and doing a full-on wedding.
Doing I'm saying, if we were to get married now, not like I'm not planning a
if you weren't
ceremony.
married and you're getting married now,
right?
Okay.
Like if I was to get married
It
now,
wouldn't change. You get the same people in your life.
No, that's not true. That's definitely different.
Pete, your brother.
Yeah.
Who's
Pete,
out?
your brother, your wife's brothers.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know them now.
Okay. Bobby.
Bobby for sure.
Who else?
That's the thing. I don't
That's
know.
it.
Anybody from the show?
I don't know.
No.
Mike Olivero?
That's the thing. I don't know. Probably Mike Olivero, but I mean, I don't know.
Listen, these are questions you got to answer.
I know,
guy.
but these are things. These are things. Do I want everybody? Yeah. I mean, I was in your wedding. You should be in my wedding. You know what I mean?
Well,
like
I have
that's
to be.
Well, but I mean but now I'm at 95 people. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a reason why I'm always thinking about this. Like if I had to cut it down to a certain number.
10.
10, I get 10?
You get 10.
10 would be more than enough.
All right. So
10,
who
I
are the
think that
10?
I would hit everybody.
Right now, who are the 10?
Oh, I don't know. You're going to put the pressure on me.
Well, it's in no order. Well, I guess you have to have the best man.
Well, you also have your son now, too.
Oh, yeah.
Your-
and my father.
Your
you know,
father.
that's the thing.
Your brother, your son, your father. So that's 3.
I feel like if they have other jobs, they're out. My son would be my best man.
Okay.
If I were to get married now, my son would be my
But
best
that's
man.
still part of it.
I got
right.
9 more.
Okay.
My brother,
Yeah.
Pete,
Okay.
Bobby.
Right.
Oh, you can't fill the 9.
Your dad in or out?
No. I don't think Dad belong
my
there. I don't think Dads belong in there.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
All
Not
right.
not that my dad's great. But I feel like he's the dad. That's
All
his role.
All right.
Kevin Smith.
No, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Would Bert come to your wedding?
No, I wouldn't invite Bert. He's too famous now.
That's
You got
true.
4. You got 4.
That's good.
See?
I don't know.
Yeah. Your
This is
son's
how-
in. That's the only
This is, I
exchange.
want you to know that this is how it goes in my head too when I'm laying in bed at night. I'm like, this, and I go, oh, forget it. I just stopped thinking about it. It gets so
Olivero.
confusing. Yes.
Okay. So that's 5.
Okay.
Tony Burton.
No.
Okay.
Galvin.
Oh, I made it.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I got 10 now.
Okay.
For sure.
Joe.
Joe, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Gio's
Gio?
out. No, Gio's out.
Oh.
I don't want to be in the wedding.
Carmen.
How many do I have left?
You have 3 left.
Oof.
Carmen's in, but she has to wear a tuxedo.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm hot in a tuxedo.
And grow her beard out.
Wait, no, I'm out.
Carmen, ponytail, glasses,
Yep.
beard.
Well, you gotta be it.
I have to go. And Frankie was in my first wedding. My buddy Frankie.
Frankie,
Fireman
New York.
Frank,
Frankie. Okay.
Yeah.
Frankie. Here, Frankie.
Frankie Cheapo Frankie?
Yeah.
I don't even see him anymore.
All right.
Yeah,
He's
no, I'm
gonna be
thinking
in the wedding.
I mean more like maybe John Brennan.
John Brennan.
Yeah.
John
Jason Meter?
Brennan?
John Brennan and I have been friends for a long time.
I mean, it's weird when you have your boss in the wedding
Oh,
party.
he's not my boss.
Jason
Yeah.
Meter.
No, he's the boss.
Just so you know, you now have all of Pitbull Toddler in there except for Josh.
Perfect.
Oh.
I can't have a guy up there in a bandana and ripped jeans.
Anybody famous? I mean, Bobby's famous, but like anybody?
Wells is the only person that I
Wells?
would consider. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the only one that I would say that I'm actually friends with. You know what I mean?
So as well as the final
Yeah,
slot.
Wells is a final slot.
Well, there you go. You got
Yeah.
your 10.
All right, good.
You got your 10.
Now all I have to do is get married. Now my wife doesn't even know 10 people.
Mm.
My wife's got all her weird friends from New Jersey, but that's only like 4.
Yeah, and then she's got some here.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way,
she'd have 10.
Would she put Soph on the other side? Says Oliveira's on one side.
Maybe.
JoJo?
I would put Soph in. I got to give some love to her friend Nahal because I was talking about trying to get her something for Mother's Day,
Mhm.
and I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna get her Carmen. What's the name of the sweatsuit place that I got her? Do you know?
No, someone sent it to you. You didn't say it on air.
Aloe. Anyway, that's what I got. In the hall's like, it's in the mall upstairs over by here. So that's what I did. I went in the mall, went upstairs, and I go, lo and behold, there it is. And all I did was go in her closet and take pictures of the sizes and the colors that she already had. Home run. I think I had a home run.
Good.
Yeah, except nobody told me how goddamn expensive they were. It's like
No,
$600.
It's the
More
new
expensive
thing.
than Lululemon?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. But we did good. She seemed very happy. So
That's the new thing. My son, I don't know at what point you have to stop telling your kids Mother's Day's coming up. Anything like that, whatever.
Oh,
but I
never.
did. I told him, I said, Mother's Day's coming up. Started thinking about it. So he's like, all right. And I go, if you need some ideas, we can work on some ideas. And he goes, no, I think it's something, whatever. And then he sent me, he goes, what do you think Mom would think of this? And I go, I don't think so.
what was it?
It was a thing.
Oh.
She had to. It was like a 3D. Carmen, you may actually like this. It was like a 3D puzzle type thing, whatever. But it like lights up and does stuff and all this and everything. And my thought was, she's never putting that together.
Right.
She's never putting. She may like it. She's never putting it together. So I said, I don't think. And then he was like, are you sure? Blah blah blah. And then I go, I go, do you see Mom ever putting that together? And he was like, I don't know. But I think she and I go, listen, I could be wrong. You're asking me my opinion.
Yeah.
And she liked it. She'll never put it together.
That's what he got her?
Yeah. She had her dad buy her a bike for Christmas 5 years ago.
Right.
Rode it once. I laughed at her and videoed her with her stupid helmet on, and it had to be rose gold, and it was an expensive bike, and it's flat tires in the corner with stuff on top of it. Never rode it again.
You laughed at her and filmed her. And
Yeah.
then
I feel like this is kind of your fault.
I laughed at her, filmed her with her stupid helmet on. It looked like she was special needs. And I said, I'm getting video of the only time you'll ever ride this bike. And I was right. I
your
was
stupid helmet.
100% right. I did make her wear the helmet inside the house a couple times.
Saturday, Joey and I went to the mall together, which I don't think has ever happened. Just
I
the
hate
two of
the
us
mall
went to
so
the mall.
much.
Me too, but we only had one store to go to, so we were
That's
all
good.
right.
If you got an agenda, you're going in and out within like under an hour. That's the only way to do
It's
it.
the wandering that really is.
Yeah, I'm not a wanderer.
No wonder.
So we parked by Nordstrom, walked through to get to the mall, and then we get on the escalator and we go upstairs, and it couldn't happen at any better timing. He goes, "Where are we going?" And I go, "Right here." And it was Fredericks of Hollywood.
Yeah.
And they had a big crotchless thing in the window, and I go, "Do you think Mom's gonna like this?" He looked at me. I go, "I said,
Last time I was in the
Yes.
mall, I had to go to Gucci. And I went in and the guy goes, how you doing? I go, I need this. And I
Yeah,
just
that's
showed him
it.
a picture. I go, I don't need to shop around or
let
do
me in
anything.
and get me out."
Yeah, just get it. A new study claims to have found the sweet spot for the ideal number of sexual partners. For men, the magic number was around what?
10.
10,
15.
15.
14.
Carmen?
17.
4 to 5 lifetime sex partners,
Luther.
with 2 or 3 being casual.
Here's the
then the
thing.
other ones being like a serious relationship.
If you have a normal 20s, once you start having sex, that's when you try to do it as much as you can right away. So 4 or 5 is not even realistic.
And nowadays, like
Oh,
they
yeah.
literally have apps just for hooking up
right.
and stuff. So
The
What are
age
those
of,
apps?
the age
I
of the first sexual encounter between 18 to 20 years old is what they're saying.
Right. Once you let it, once you let it out, once it happens one
Unleash
time,
the
you're like,
beast.
yeah, you want to do it as much as you can. That's why you usually go 4 to 5 right out of the gate.
For women, the ideal number was
2.
30.
3.
The ideal number for women was 6.
3.
2 to 3.
Sluts.
2 to 3 total sex
God.
partners with
Bunch of-
1 or 2 being casual ones.
Whores.
In the age of the first encounter, lower, between 16 and 18. The study used data from Germany where the age of consent is 14 among peers.
Among peers.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
The thing is, though, the study was focused on perceptions of 25-year-olds.
Yeah.
So this is coming from 25-year-olds saying,
They haven't even done it yet.
right, well,
They've only
have-
had like 2 or 3
right.
partners.
So they're like, yeah, 4 or 5. That seems right.
So, all right. So basically, Carmen, how many of you had?
Don't worry about it.
No.
Yeah, real hussy.
Are we in definitely double digits?
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah.
Speaking of sluts and whores.
Wait a minute. I don't.
Why are you looped in this, Carmen?
Yeah, exactly.
Because your sister put out a picture.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I've never wanted to have tacos so bad in my life.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness.
Really?
Chalupa.
Where's this at?
It was on their Instagram, but it seemed like she was really putting her toe into the OnlyFans waters.
Okay,
No.
so it must have been
That's
on
where
her.
she was putting her toe?
Yeah.
It must have been her story then.
Yeah. Do you want me to send it to you? I have it.
Sure.
Yes. Send it to me.
I don't like when Carmen answers short like that. I feel like something else is wrong.
You may send it to the group. Yes.
Thank you.
I don't think I follow her.
I don't either. It was sent to me by somebody else, some other pervert I know named Pete.
It looks like I'm blocked. I don't know what's going on.
No. That sounds right. That sounds right.
Yeah, I get that.
Did you tell her to block me, Carmen?
I did not. I did not.
She probably heard you.
Tight,
I don't need that creep.
Oh, I'm the bad guy.
Yeah.
All right, hold
That's
on.
why I keep messaging her.
All right, now speaking of creep,
Yeah.
I'm going to send you
Let's see it.
two pictures, okay? One is the actual picture, and then one is upon further investigation, okay?
Oh.
All right, all right, hold
We'll
on.
zoom in.
Yeah. So hold on. Here's the first picture. Let me know when you got it.
Waiting.
Got it.
Oh yeah, that's on. No, that's just a picture on
Oh,
her
yeah.
thing.
And then you zoomed in on this? You are a creep.
Oh, I know why you're zooming in.
Look at it.
It's a bit askew,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know. I'm just saying that's chalupa if I ever seen one.
Oh,
That's
you,
just a saggy bathing suit.
you really
I mean,
zoomed
I
in.
wouldn't call her private saggy, Carmen.
did
That's
not-
not what you would say
that's-
about your own sister.
That is not what I
If
said.
you turn it sideways, it's Homer Simpson.
Damn right it is. Damn right it is.
Do you think she did that on purpose?
Yes.
I hope so. Makes it way hotter.
Wow. You really zoomed in a lot.
It was brought to my attention by somebody else.
I mean,
Does that person have a nice pool?
Yeah, with fire and everything.
That sounds
You know they're
Fireball.
eventually going to date for a couple of weeks.
No.
just try things out. We can enhance this here. Let me get a little thing. Da-da.
Get on it, Gio.
Enhance.
Yeah.
Enhance. Professional wrestler Terry Brunk, known to fans.
Not Terry Funk?
Not Terry Funk. Terry Brunk.
Yeah.
Sabu. Died.
Sabu died?
Yeah, at the
Yeah.
age of 60.
How did I not hear about this?
I don't
I was
know.
going to send it to you, but I thought you probably knew.
WWE announced the news on Sunday. The cause of death was not disclosed.
Cocaine?
Only 60 years old.
Yeah, 60.
How did I not hear about that?
Yeah, I
don't
thought
know.
for
You're not
sure.
in the loop anymore. You're not part of the.
I mean, not just in the news in general.
Yeah.
I mean, I got 900 pictures of Pat McAfee getting smacked by Gunther over the weekend. You would think that I'd hear the news of Sabu dying.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that you want to talk about a lunatic? That guy was crazy.
Oh.
Sabu became famous in ECW, and he would just take his shirt off and he'd be covered in scars
Yeah.
all over his chest. He was nuts.
That's a legend.
Sabu's a legend. Sabu, wow, that is amazing. It's amazing that I didn't know about it. I'm not surprised. That
It's
he's dead.
amazing he's only 60.
It's amazing he didn't die until now. I
Yeah.
met him. I have a picture with him. Sabu. Holy cow.
I am not familiar. I don't think I heard of Sabu before.
He was something else, man. He would do crazy flips before anybody. He'd bleed a lot. You know, he was one of those guys that would fight with barbed wire. And all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
He was a tough guy.
Him and like Mick Foley.
Yeah.
They almost kind of Terry Funk. They kind of
yeah.
created that whole genre.
Now, when you're doing that stuff, when you're doing the rolling in glass and barbed wire and tacks on the floor and all that stuff, are you high out of your mind on cocaine, or like how do you do that?
He was.
Yeah.
He was a big cocaine
Or
guy.
drunk.
I don't even know.
I mean, I don't know. Listen,
pills.
I've been drunk a lot and I get hurt. You know what I mean? I don't know. It doesn't stop the pain. Maybe it dulls it a little bit, but it doesn't stop pain.
I mean, you gotta
Right.
be coherent to be able to do those moves without killing yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
I can't believe I didn't hear about this.
I think it happened this Saturday.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I was pretty active on social media over the weekend too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, he's dead, age of 60. This is pretty interesting because you always like to hear about like people when they become famous and they make some money and how that came about and stuff. Brooks and Dunn, who are very famous, very rich, talked about the first time they became millionaires. Kick said nothing more fun than being broke off your ass your whole life and then you get a check with 2 commas on it.
Yeah. I like those guys too, and I feel like they deserved it because I think they kick around doing nothing solo, then somebody put them together, they were a huge hit, and then that's it now. But they each, they were probably struggling for so long.
Yeah, and then you get a check with 2 commas on it, you'd lose your mind.
Gio had Kevin Smith sign his paycheck from being in the movie. What movie was it? Jay and Silent Bob?
Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
Yeah.
Reboot.
They paid us $86 to be on set that day.
That's pretty good.
And I had the check, and I kept it, and he signed it.
Yeah.
It just said, now you're rich.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You had the big other movie poster thing too,
Yeah,
right?
I had an original Clerks poster that I've had probably for 20 years.
And you have it signed by a couple other people?
Yeah, it's signed by Dante and Randall.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who's left?
Jay's not on there. Maria Gigliotti, she's not on there. And then the other girl is dead from the
she ain't
poster.
gonna sign
Yeah,
it.
drugs, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She was with Sabu.
Yeah.
Did she die in the bathroom of the Quickie Mart with that other dude?
Yes, the one that bangs the guy in the
Oh,
bathroom.
is that?
She's the one that died. Laura Spooner, I think her name was. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I always loved Clerks.
Clerks was great.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith said one of the funniest things ever. One of the clips that's on our social media is me asking him about them making long-awaited sequels. And he said, "You're talking to the guy who made 3 Clerkses." Clerkses.
Yeah.
Sequels are fine. Sequels are fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually don't get stuff signed, but
Oh,
yeah,
I mean,
that's cool.
I couldn't help myself. Yeah.
I love to have something like I love to take pictures with people to have that for memories,
Yeah.
But getting something signed that is like getting that check signed to me is way cooler than anything.
That
else.
was such a cool experience. That's why I did that. Like, I'm not really a big autograph guy.
My wife bought me one year for my birthday a canceled Howard Stern paycheck from WCCC
Right.
that I have. I think that's pretty.
That's
cool.
pretty cool to have. Yeah.
Our
But what
buddy,
are you doing with it?
Nothing. It's just something you put on
Exactly.
display. Yeah, I know, but it's like what do you do with any memorabilia you have? You know what I mean? But that's just one of the ones that means something to me.
Yeah, that Clerks poster I literally took off my wall. It was framed. And I pulled it out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the check I had in a frame as well.
I got Eddie Van Halen to sign a Van Halen platinum record, and I had to tear the record apart to get to the record.
Oh, yeah.
And Eddie yelled at me. He goes, You don't have to tear the whole thing apart. I go, well, how was I going to get it out? I don't know. He goes, I could have just signed the glass. Yeah, I had to break it, but it's okay because it was old and it was in a wooden frame, so it had to be broken anyway.
our buddy Tom Cruise has his final Mission Impossible coming out.
I can't wait.
Memorial Day weekend.
I was talking about going. I'm going to the sneak preview next week, and I was talking about how excited I was to go to the sneak preview. I haven't been to the movies in so long.
During a press event, Tom Cruise refused to answer questions about the tariffs that President Trump proposed on movies made outside the country.
Why would he? That is none of it. Well, I mean, I guess
He
he's
makes
a producer
movies outside of the country.
Yeah.
And then did you see also he is over in, I think, Paris, and he was up on the rooftop of the IMAX theater,
Jesus.
just walking around on the rooftop like a lunatic.
He's the best, man.
But I mean, I guess, I'll walk up here and people will talk about it. It's literally just him on the roof of the IMAX theater, and you know that it's going to get a bunch of video and people talking about it. It's Tom Cruise up there.
What will it take to make him happy?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like what does he have to do before he feels accomplished? Like what more can he have? The guy's hanging off of planes. He's doing all this stuff.
You know what movie has been on, I don't know, one of the movie channels I've come across a couple times in the last week or so is Night and Day.
Yeah, I watched that too. That
With
wasn't so
Tom
bad.
Cruise
Yeah.
and Cameron. But it's good. Like, he plays such a good character in there because he's like some secret operative guy, whatever, and he's fighting all these different people and doing stuff, and like she has no idea what's going on, but it's really interesting.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. Tom Cruise is just
What's
great.
a Tom Cruise bad movie?
I don't know.
I'm sure there's some out there.
I was not a
Far
fan.
and Away is the only one I can think of.
Far and Away, I didn't really particularly care for Born on the 4th of July.
I don't like Born on the 4th of July either.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's great acting on his part, and but it's not. I don't
want my
those.
Tom Cruise in a
Right.
wheelchair.
Right. I want my Tom Cruise on the roof of an IMAX.
Yeah. But other than that,
But that's certainly not a bad movie. Just not one that we don't like. I'm talking about, did he ever make a bad movie? Like Far and Away, I just can't get through it. That's not my kind of thing.
right.
Fake accents and.
But
all
I mean,
that
think
stuff.
about like every genre. Car racing, unbelievable. Planes,
Yep.
the best.
I didn't see it, but he did the Mummy remake, and everybody crapped on that. So it was horrible.
Oh yeah. Pool Hustler, the best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's good, man. He's good.
Rockstar.
I can't wait for
Vampire.
this Mission Impossible because I've been so invested in the other ones, and this. I'm like, obviously, my wife goes, I can't get excited about it, and she goes, "Well," I go, "Why?" And she goes, "Because I feel like everyone's the same one." I go, "They're all different." I go, "The first one was about a rogue, a rogue agent who was turning on," and I go, and then the second one was about a guy who used to be an agent and then turned. She goes, "You mean another rogue agent?" I go, "Oh." And she goes, "I feel like everyone is the world's going to end, and he saves the world." I go, "Yes, the impossible mission force.
Yeah.
He's the one that without him, we may not have made it."
And this is supposed to be the finale of the whole franchise.
I think he dies on this one.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Because the whole thing is that he would give his own life to save his friends.
I imagine it's got to set it up for a more Mission Impossible movies with somebody else.
With Glenn Powell.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That's what he said. He said he'd
Oh,
like
really?
to see Glenn Powell take over the franchise.
Is he in it? The new one?
I don't know. Not that I know of.
I love Glenn Powell, man.
Yeah. Why is it that we like Glenn Powell?
I don't know, because he's so handsome. And
Is that
great.
it, though?
I
There's a
think
lot of
so.
handsome people. He's
But-
the character.
But he also seems cool.
He plays cool characters,
Yeah.
and in my mind, he's a cool
But he
person.
plays a real asshole in Top Gun, and we all like him.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he then comes through at the end.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He plays an asshole because he's the best. And he
He's-
knows he's the best.
He's the Iceman.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
not Ice. He's the new
Exactly.
Iceman.
Right.
I love it. He's great. You guys never saw the Twisters reboot?
I tried.
You didn't like it?
I just didn't care enough.
It was way better than I thought it was going to be.
I want you to watch Thunderbolts.
Yeah, I want to. I almost went to see it at the theater.
I want you to watch it, see if your assessment's the same as mine. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's good.
I'm not familiar with the characters at all. So,
Julia Louis-Dreyfus is funny.
Yeah.
But she's too funny. Like, it's too much comedy
Right.
for,
As she plays Tulsi Gabbard.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She looks like it.
NBC has canceled Night Court.
Oh, that's right. With the I watched the first episode and it was all right.
I watched the first episode and it was awful. And
Yeah.
it was the same exact
Oh, yeah.
show, but with different
Yeah,
judge.
It was cheesy, but I don't know. I laughed a couple times.
They
and-
also canceled Lopez versus Lopez.
What is that?
I'm
I would imagine
assuming
George
George
Lopez?
Lopez. I'm assuming. I don't know.
Is that like
And-
his talk show? It was like a talk show type thing.
I don't think
know.
so. I don't know. Maybe.
I
it is.
don't like anything about George Lopez.
No.
No.
He's not
I
funny.
don't think he's funny.
Nope.
I think he's always complaining about stuff.
They also canceled Suits LA.
No, what?
Yeah.
One season and out.
What?
Yep.
Yep.
No second season?
Listen, you don't have Harvey.
Oh,
It ain't Suits.
my wife's gonna
Wow.
be pissed.
I'm shocked because I did not. I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah, she's enjoying it. She says it's not. It's different, but she
Yeah.
likes it.
It's not Suits, like it's not the original, but that's also what I like about it. They didn't just try and do the same thing.
Well,
Right.
nobody liked it.
Damn.
It's done.
Wow,
Carmen said, damn.
Mhm.
Damn.
one and done.
Yep.
And Sabu
What-
died.
Anything about what is it, like Grosse Point Garden Society? I love that show.
I don't even know what,
What
that
have
is.
you become? What have you
Well,
become?
First off, it is about like it's like a murder mystery.
Oh, it's a bunch of hens killing people.
Yeah, I mean, but again, it's just a murder mystery, but that's how they know each other. That's just the connection is the garden, right?
Mhm.
And stuff. But they live in this rich, fancy town and stuff. I don't know. I like it.
You
So
just turned into an old married lady.
yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
I love it.
By the way, Lopez versus Lopez is George Lopez, and it's about a once estranged father and daughter navigate dysfunction, reconnection, and all the headaches and joy in between as they make up for lost time.
Gross.
By the way, is his head just getting bigger by the second?
It
His
is a
head looks like
large
the
head.
size of Mars. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
I think he did Ozempic, but his head stayed the same.
Oh, really?
So like the body is smaller a little bit, but the head is still the same.
You're supposed to just shoot it right in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, that helps out.
I guess. Wow, that is wild. Rob Halford, you gotta have priorities. You gotta have priorities, right? this or that. You're going to choose this. You're going to choose that. Rob Halford says he's gutted that he cannot be at the final Ozzy Osbourne Black Sabbath show.
What does he have? Does he have a knitting class?
He is already committed to Scorpions' 60th anniversary show in Germany.
You can't get out of it though. If you committed
you can
to it, then
for
you find
Ozzy.
out.
If it's the
but if
Scorpions,
you're contractually obligated to be there.
Contract. I get that, whatever. But I'm saying if it was just like Rob saying, "Yeah, I'll be there," whatever. You go, "Hey guys, Ozzy, Black Sabbath, come on." I mean, Scorpions.
Scorpions should move there.
Yeah,
out of respect.
Yeah, that's crazy. Why would you do it the same night?
Where is it?
There's in Germany.
That's where it needs to be.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's the Scorpions. I don't know what they're saying.
That's Scorpions. You got it. You got it. That's exactly what it is. Corey Cardinal's going to be very upset.
Oh.
Disturbed singer David Draymond proposed to his girlfriend in the middle of a show.
Oh, no.
She said yes.
Sorry, Corey.
I got to tell you, you know what David Draymond looks like, right?
Yes.
Pretty good.
She better be a knockout.
Listen, he's a rock star.
Right, for a long time.
He's a rock star. There is a picture of her and him. If he's not a rock star, he's not getting that.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Of course not.
She is gorgeous.
Yeah.
He seems like a real drag.
Yeah.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Oh, she is right up my alley, man. That is what I like.
That's pretty good.
Ooh, good for him.
David Draymond is metal Howie Mandel.
Right? Metal Mandel?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't stop looking at her. She's so hot.
That's a rock star. That's about what I would expect. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, he works at CC's Pizza.
Yeah.
He's
that
not
ain't
getting
happening.
that.
Yeah.
He is not getting that.
And I get it. That's how it works.
I've never really liked Disturbed ever.
No, I'm not a fan at all.
I've seen them live a couple times. Just
I gotta
like
be
at
honest with you.
festivals.
Probably with a different singer, I would like them.
Yeah.
Music not bad.
Yeah, just I don't know, something about him rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah. He's very. Ugh.
I'm putting this up on our Instagram and the stories at the Mike Calta Show just because that's how hot she is, and I'm taking him out of it. Just putting her on it. There you go.
Bill Belichick was in the audience to watch his girlfriend Jordan Hudson as she came in third at the 2025 Miss Maine USA pageant.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, she came in third. It's not
That's
bad.
pretty good. Third.
Yeah.
Oh.
And if you're 70-year-old Belichick and you're like, yeah, I'm dating a chick that came in third.
Man, people really do
Hate
not
her.
like her.
Oh, they're trying to find everything they can. Yeah.
Outside of her yipping up about the interview the other day, what is the big deal?
So there was video of her at UNC's spring game, and she's on the field, and she's just like dressed to the nines, but she's on the field during warm-ups and practice, and she keeps going over to him and like fixing his shirt and then walking away and then going back and like doing little, and it's like, they're here, we're playing football. Like, this is not the time. It's not a photo shoot. Like, you don't see other coaches, girlfriends there.
Yeah, you know why? Because they're not as hot as shit.
And she's the same age as all the players, which is
What
a little weird.
What team does he coach for?
Carolina.
North Carolina.
And they had to put out a statement saying that she is allowed.
Yeah.
Well, because it was originally came out since she was banned.
Right.
But like he put out an email saying that she needed to be CC'd on every single email. And he was like trying to get her like involved, and they were like, no, she does not need to be involved with any of
Gig night
this.
is not date night.
What?
I don't know.
Gig night is not date night.
Dude night is not date night.
Right.
Joe knows that.
Yeah. Stay off the field.
Finally, in news, you may have seen this, but for those of you who have not seen or heard this, this is pretty funny, and this is exactly what the internet is for. There, I Ruined It. Have you ever seen any of the stuff that they do?
The music.
So they have taken the movie Taken and made it into a musical. You're gonna hate this.
Oh, yeah,
You're gonna
Mike-
hate this, Mike, because it has too many songs. But take a listen to this. So Taken, I have a particular set of skills. The musical. Take a listen. Tell me what you think.
I don't know who you are, I don't know what you want. If you let my daughter go, that'll be the end of it. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you and I will kill you. But I do have a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you, like you. I don't know who you are, I don't know what you want. If you let my daughter go, that'll be the end of it. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you and I will kill you.
Oh, you didn't play the ending.
Oh.
Good luck.
Because whenever he
Sorry.
matches the voice,
Oh,
good luck.
man. Back to the
I
Future
love
musical
that.
was not far off from that.
No,
it was
that's
very
true.
close to that.
That was pretty good, though.
That Back to the Future musical is one of the worst things I've ever seen.
I loved it.
I hated every second of it.
Yeah.
I
But
couldn't
see, the
wait to get out of there.
The difference is you grew up in New York, going to plays and shows there. So I imagine
No, I would
going
tell
to a
you
show
it
here.
was on par with a Broadway show. I mean, it looked great. That the way they made the DeLorean look like it was flying and all that. I don't know. I think the production was just as good as any Broadway production. It was just terrible.
You just didn't want a musical. You wanted a play of Back to the Future.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was too much of the music and the too overacting. A lot of that. What was the premise of Taken? Why did they take the girl?
Sex trafficking.
Sex trafficking, yeah.
Oh.
Remember, they had a bunch of different ones.
No, I know. I just couldn't remember the first one.
And they
I
were
couldn't remember why.
all the
Yeah.
rich, gross guys were bidding on all of them. They would bring them out there and
Yeah.
Consultant.
Because didn't
Yeah.
she go on like a
Yeah.
graduation, like vacation for graduation or something
Yeah.
like
She-
that?
She tells her parents she's going one place and she goes somewhere else.
Right. That's
Yeah.
what you get when you lie to
Her
your
senior
parents.
trip, and then she gets sex trafficked
Yeah.
at the airport.
I'm not letting my daughter go anywhere.
Yeah, man. No way.
My son is going to Chicago. That's making me nervous.
It's happening.
Mhm.
Why is that making you so nervous?
Right. He's
Well,
traveled before without
He's
you.
yeah, but it's
Not
Chicago.
going to a Cubs game. He's going to a rap concert in Chicago.
Chicago can get
Yeah.
a little.
It can get dicey.
I've
Yeah,
heard some
I
stuff.
don't know. The most.
But I mean, he went to a rap concert in Miami. That's
yeah,
like
that's not as bad as Chicago, especially
Yeah.
when you don't live there and you
Really?
don't. Yeah,
I'd be nervous.
the crime rate in Chicago is the worst in the country.
Highest rate of murder, I think.
Yeah,
Plus, you got a young kid, never been there before. You know.
probably gonna be high
Yeah.
over there with other high people, doing what high kids do. I don't know.
Next thing you know, you're getting mugged.
Next thing you know, he's getting sex trafficked.
Yeah. And you don't have any skills.
I don't have. I have a particular set of skills where I could eat all your snacks.
Yeah.
That's about it. Don't say yeah.
Carmen in it.
Here we go, Bone Fam. The Bone Bonus. Presented to you by Farah and Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarahandFarah.com. This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is
Retire. This hour's keyword is retire. RETIRE. Head over to the 1025 The Bone app now and enter the word retire before 30 minutes past the top of the hour, and that $1,000 Bone bonus could be yours.
You are not going to retire off of that, but it would be nice
No.
to have. Yeah, nice little chunk of cash. Before we go to break, I want to remind you, if you're looking for expert construction services in Tampa Bay, you need to call my friends at Waterman Construction Group, your go-to for commercial and residential projects. Whether you have demolition, you want to knock a whole building down, there's plenty of places in South Tampa. If you're buying a home, you bought a lot, you're going to have to knock that home down. Whether you need new HVAC, patio, pavers, driveways, they got you covered. If it's a new build, a remodel, a manufactured home set, or storm repair, Waterman Construction handles your entire project from start to finish. They've been in business for over 25 years. They have personalized service, honest and transparent pricing, and guaranteed same-day response. All you need to do is go to watermanconstructiongroup.com. That's watermanconstructiongroup.com, or give them a call, 813-715-7383. That's 813-715-7383. Tell them you heard about it on the Mike Calta Show. It's Waterman Construction. Your vision is their mission. Tell them Mike Calta sent you. watermanconstructiongroup.com. We will take a break. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 1025 The Bone.
I am definitely going. I'm going to both nights because you got Limp Bizkit and Nice Nine Kills one night, which, man.
I would like to see Limp Bizkit.
And then they have Suicidal and Pantera the next night, which that's great. That's like my perfect billing. Suicidal Tendencies, Pantera, Metallica, fantastic.
Yeah, that should be fun. You're going to go 2 nights in a row. You won't be exhausted.
Yeah. Well, it's Friday and Sunday.
Oh, okay. That's not so bad. Well, I got your tickets. That's going to be coming up. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Good morning. I would just love to listen to you guys for the last 20 years during my cancer battle.
Oh.
You guys have been my rock. You've been my everything. And thank you for everything you've done for the last 20 years
Wow.
on the Mike Calta Show.
How's it going?
Yeah. How are you feeling?
Oh, like I am in remission right now.
Good.
Oh,
Finally.
It's great.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Like, thank you for just everything you've done for me for the last 20 years. When I've been in my darkest hour,
Yeah.
you guys have brought me up.
Well, that makes us happy, sir, and I mean that genuinely. What kind of cancer did you have?
Colon cancer.
Oh man, and how'd you find it?
My doctor found it one day. I just went to the doctor, did the proctology deal, and finger up the rear end, and
And he said, "Whoa, there's something else waiting up there."
Yeah, like hey, something else is going on.
Well, they say if you find it early, they can get it out of there. So good luck to you, sir. And I listen. We appreciate you listening. I'm glad you're doing better.
Thank you, sir, and thank you for all you've done for me for the last 20 years and my listening era.
We're number one in your butthole, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, pal. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I got to do that soon.
Let's do it to each other.
I don't know about that.
Oh, you mean that? I wasn't thinking about that.
Yeah.
No, I have to tell you, I've done it, and
I probably should have had it done already.
You've never had it done ever?
No.
I've had it done quite a few times. First of all, the first time they did it for me was when we were trying to get pregnant with Joey, and we couldn't. I just assumed Amanda had a problem.
Right.
She wouldn't get pregnant, and
Check
they were
everything.
like, time to check you, and I go, me? I'm fine. And they were like, oh no.
I feel like they say around 40s when you should start doing that.
You could probably do the box first.
No, well, that's different. I mean, you're checking for a cancer screening on the box, but if you check the finger in the butt to check your prostate, to see if that's swollen, that's a good inclination that there could be a big problem. But you also could just have like a prostate issue, and that usually happens when you start turning around 40.
Well, I feel like everything on me is already swollen. So,
how often do you go to the bathroom at night?
At night?
Yeah, like while you're sleeping.
Well, I don't. What do you mean?
Oh, I mean, like you
do you
get
ever
up, wake up
to
to pee.
go pee?
Oh yeah, not very rarely.
See, I'm good for once a night, and that seems pretty good. But there were times before I wore the mask that I was up 3-4 times a night.
Yeah, no, I don't think if I'm like drinking or something before I go to sleep.
Yeah,
maybe.
Don't say that like it's rare that you're drinking.
Yeah, but usually I don't.
Yeah, I was just curious because that's an indication frequent urination.
Yeah, I don't feel like I have that.
Well, that's good. I mean, look, they also tell you should have it done, but also if you don't really have anything going on.
Yeah, no, I like to be proactive with that stuff.
Yeah,
though. Cancer runs in my family. Heart disease runs in my family.
For sure, you should be doing it. If it runs in your family, you should.
My
be
mom
checking
had cancer, and so she had to deal with that.
In her butthole?
No.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I will tell you this. And this is for you and everybody else listening who's afraid of the finger in the butt test, because they say that's what killed the guy from the Packers. What was his name? The old coach of the Packers.
Lombardi.
Lombardi was that he was so homophobic he refused to get the finger in the butt, and that's how he died.
Yeah.
You get in the position. You kind of like bend over a little bit. They get behind you, and that's the worst part about it. You feel really weird. And then they go, okay, here we go. And they start to push, and it's a familiar feeling because you've been wiping your butt for years. So you know, and then all of a sudden it went too far. And right as it goes too far, you're like, whoa, and then it's over.
I wish there was a clinic that just did that so I could go there one time and then never see that doctor ever again. I don't want to go to the doctor that I've been seeing.
But you know what you can do? Do you have a urologist?
No.
You could get a urologist.
Yeah.
Urologist does it, and they're
just a one-off.
Yeah, do a one-off with a urologist and have them do it, and then be like, peace, I'm out of here. And then say, Carmen, have you got your prostate checked?
Yes.
Oh.
No, I have not.
I'll check it.
You haven't?
You haven't
No.
checked it? How old are you?
I'm 34 and I don't have one.
Oh, we were just checking.
Trick question.
My urologist name, Dr. Cockburn. That's the truth.
Yeah.
And I will tell you that if anybody out there has been putting it off, it's not it's not even like that embarrassing.
Also, it's a lot worse. It's a lot less worse than cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true too.
That's the whole thing. Is you can.
I have some sad news.
Oh,
This has been confirmed.
Sabu died.
No, we heard. Amanda Pappas is going to Miami.
Oh man, she's gonna be a 4 in Miami.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
What?
Yeah.
No.
In Miami, she's not
Miami.
going to stand out.
Yeah.
I mean, for a meteorologist though.
No,
not Miami.
they're getting them straight from Colombia. and
Mexico.
stuff.
Mexico. Cuba,
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, that is not.
Ever watch South American TV?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's going up to the big leagues, though.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean,
Bigger market than here,
not
right?
that big though. Tampa TV market's like market 8.
Mm.
Not a
It's
big
like
deal.
if we started a basketball team, I'd be center. But if I played on an actual basketball team, I'd be lucky to be a guard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I'm saying like good luck to her, but I mean, no, don't get me wrong. And she also speaks Spanish, so she's probably gonna fit in just perfect.
Is she from that area?
I don't know.
New York.
I mean, she's Greek, right? Pappas?
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like it.
I don't know.
Well, we wish you well in your future endeavors.
Mm-hmm.
Do we, or are we mad at her now?
Wait.
Leave her.
Why are we mad? I never had an issue.
Never liked this.
Us.
Yeah.
Ew.
You're part of the show.
Should we call her now that
No.
the cat's out of the bag?
She's old news now.
Old news. Wow.
Yeah, she's leaving. She's leaving. We still have Dennis Phillips.
Yeah.
I feel like my life's going to be the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you sure? Or like
I feel like nothing's
this is going to
change.
be a major adjustment? I feel like
I feel like it's going to be a lot of me looking at clips on the internet. Just saying.
thinking of the good old days.
Thinking of the good old days.
I mean, we still got Instagram. She'll still be there.
She doesn't block you.
That's true. That's true. That's
She's very
true, too.
active.
She
Very
has not
active.
blocked me. We're all good. We're friends. That's it.
She didn't sound like she was friends when Carmen tried to call her.
Yeah, I don't know. She definitely did not want to come on the air. That's why I was like, nah, don't do it.
Yeah.
Because Carmen did a good job forcing her into it. And then we bailed out at the last second.
Well, all eyes on you, Paul Delgado.
Get your bikini ready.
Time to sex it up a little bit, Delgado. Get your act together. 800-771-1025 are the phone numbers if you'd like to reach us on the show. David Carr, the quarterback, announced his retirement because of a shoulder injury or something that he had. They said it was so bad.
Yeah, he's been hurt for a while, and he just can't come back from that.
So what?
Derek Carr.
What did I say?
David. That's his
I'm
brother.
sorry,
Derek
Derek Carr. So what is he? What's his life like now?
I mean, he made like $170 million.
Right?
He made so much
Yeah.
money. And listen, he's a professional quarterback. He's unbelievable. But as far as quarterbacks go in the pros, he wasn't like
He was okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good to have as a backup or, if he's your
Decent
starter.
starter.
Yeah, decent starter or whatever, but he's not upper echelon. He's not like going to be named top 5 quarterbacks of all
Right.
time, whatever. But he made so much
Yeah.
money.
Well, he had a window there, and right when Gruden was there, he was good for top 5 maybe for like a season or two.
Yeah,
And that's when he got the big contract with the Saints when he left.
And with the Saints, he came out so strong and then
Yeah,
got hurt.
got
The
hurt.
Saints were doing great, and then he got hurt, and then went.
But again, he's 34 and he's worth probably 100,
34. That's
Yeah.
all he is.
And he's
34 years old.
probably worth $150 million.
Even if he was
I
worth
think he'll be okay.
Yeah.
$50 million, and then what a great life that is now. That's my dream. Like to have money and nothing to do is what I want.
Yeah,
It used to be just to have money. Now I want to have money and nothing to do.
you had a pretty solid career as a quarterback in the NFL, which nobody, very small percentage can do, and you've got generational wealth now for the rest of your life.
I was talking to Deep Pasquale the other day. Oh yeah, Deep Pasquale would be in the wedding too.
Oh,
Forgot about
then
that.
who's out?
It's a tough one.
If he's in, somebody's got to be out.
John Brennan's out.
Oh, man.
All right.
Can he check a prostate?
John Brennan?
Yeah.
No, do you know that my doctor, Dr. Nassetti in Sarasota, refuses to check my prostate?
Really?
He
I
said
get that.
that will.
You're not surprised?
Yeah.
It's messed up. Yeah. He says it will change our relationship, and I said,
Yes.
you are exactly right.
That's why I want to go to somebody I don't know.
When I
Right.
said to him, I said, Doc, I'm at when I turned 50. When I was like 48, he said, wait till you're 50. And then when I was 50, he was like, it's really like 52 now. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he goes, here, poop in a box. And he said, let me know how that works out, and then we'll take it from there. And I said, I like that. I appreciate you not wanting to do that to me.
So he knows, though. He's probably done it and knows it'll change everything.
Yeah, for sure. Like
Give me-
I'll never look at him the same again. He'll never look at me the same. He knows what my insides look like.
Let me get Doc Cockburn's number.
Dr. Cockburn. I mean, I haven't seen Dr. Cockburn. I don't even remember if I saw the actual doctor. The only reason I went to Dr. Cockburn was at the time also to see if my sperm count was low, which it was. Did you know about this?
I didn't know about your sperm count.
You're allowed to. My sperm were not low in amount, but my sperm, a lot of them had crooked tails. And they were swimming. I go, big deal. If a crooked tail is swim just in like a NASCAR, just a left-hand
yeah.
spin. And they said that was part of the problem because they
Can't
don't
get to the
spit
finish
up.
line.
They don't spit up. Yeah, they just go in circles. And they said that the reason for that was they think that at the time that I gave the sample, I had a fever, and sometimes a fever will do that to the sperm.
Oh.
Did you see they had that contest where the two guys gave a sperm sample and then they put it in, and it was the first one to get to the egg was the winner?
I think I remember
yeah,
that.
they just did that. It was a big YouTube thing. I went to Dr. Cockburn and had to give a sperm sample. You know how you do that?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
sure I've got a good idea.
Go in here. Here's some magazines or movies or whatever. And
That's exactly what they did. They
Yeah.
give you movies and magazines, and then they go ahead, rub one out. That's it. So,
I would be like, which nurse do I pick?
Right.
yeah, it
Do they
was
just
not
line
like-
up, or how does this work?
They give you the cup, and they tell you to go in that room, and then when you're done, you get to leave through another door that goes outside, so you don't have to pass everybody and have that look of
That's-
shame on your face.
That's good. Yeah. No
No,
walk.
I
of
was
sh-
proud of it.
no walk of shame.
I took my time, like I could probably have gotten out of there in like 2 minutes, but I was like, well, I want to see how this ends. Then I got to the end of one, and I was like, let me see the next one. Let me see the next one. I'm watching, just sitting there watching porn.
But they're all on the lobby thinking, this guy's been there a half hour.
Yeah.
Man. What is going on?
Yeah, I was having a ball in there.
Yeah,
I was
but
like, I was
that's
thinking I can come back tomorrow. and
That's just weird.
I know.
Is it do they put you in like a nice room?
Yeah,
Make you comfortable?
it's a doctor's room, but it has a couch and a TV and a little
Who else
coffee
is
table.
sitting on that couch?
There was 4 guys around that couch before you.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that.
It's kind of like whenever you go and you have to give blood. You know, you're getting your blood test and stuff, and you have to give a urine sample, and they're like, just bring it back and sit it in the corner over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Just
"Eh."
leave it on the back of the toilet.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll have the little door you can put it in
Yeah.
and close it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a woman, and I have to be very careful talking about this. She takes a sample from a guy and makes things out of it. Have you seen this?
No.
Make stuff.
Galvin, it's insane. You would send her a sample, much like you would for Dr. Cockburn, in a Ziploc bag. Okay?
Please don't tell me she like makes cupcakes and stuff.
No, not edible.
Oh, okay.
This is real, by the way.
I don't know why I thought that, but okay.
Because there was a teacher that used that. Remember?
Oh yeah.
The story
yeah,
we did.
yeah,
The
yeah,
teacher
yeah.
used her husband or boyfriend stuff and made it for the kids.
That's
Oh,
right.
My God. This lady takes a sample and she mixes it with like a powder and then makes jewelry out of it.
Mm-mm.
And that's what you're wearing.
Mm-mm.
Is jewelry.
That's not what
You
I'm
wear your
wearing.
own jewelry?
No, you would make it for your
For, like,
girlfriend
Mother's Day.
not for your mother. I don't think your mother would appreciate that.
Inappropriate, man.
I don't know.
No?
No, like a girl would wear it for like as a celebration of her boyfriend or husband or something like that.
Weird.
It is weird. But I also had this lady.
I had a
though-
few different girlfriends wear it.
Yeah. As a celebration.
Yeah.
I also had this one lady who would take a mold of your BH and she would make things
Oh,
out of that.
no.
Yeah.
No.
Not yours, like mostly for girls. It's
Yeah.
kind of cute when a girl does.
That
it.
I'm not opposed to.
No.
Well, see it first.
Let me ask you a question.
It's a nice paperweight on my desk.
What would it take for them to do the finger test here in the studio for you? If I can get it
God,
done.
no.
If I can get it done.
No way.
What if we all do
I
it
don't
for...
want to with yeah, I'd love to do it with 3 dudes in the room staring
Yes.
at me.
What if we... wait, hold on. This is even better. What if we can get 3 doctors in here? Or 4 doctors. I forgot about Joe. And they all do it on the same countdown. 3, 2, 1.
If we're all doing it,
Yeah.
I'm in.
All right. I'm in. Galvin, you in?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
I'll do it right now.
Check Joe's.
I'll do it to myself.
Check Joe. Make sure Joe's okay.
Yeah.
I'm willing.
Mike. Oh, sorry. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Yeah, I do the same thing, only we make pearls. We put them around her.
Yeah.
Oh,
I guess
jeez.
Galvin already made that joke.
Mm.
Whew. I'm sorry. Every time I take the phone call and it becomes that, I apologize to Carmen.
Yeah, you opened the door for that one.
Mhm. I've got tickets to give away to go see Metallica. Galvin,
Yeah?
you feel like singing?
I mean, I always feel like singing.
I mean, if you feel like singing, we could do some singing.
Let's do it.
We could do some singing and some ticket giveaways. Carmen, what are the tickets? Does it say?
Yeah, so we have tickets for Stained, or no, are you talking specifically for Metallica?
Yeah.
It is for Friday
Or
show.
if for some reason you don't want Metallica and you want something else, obviously you could do that too.
Right, but this our Metallica ticket is for Friday night, June 6th.
Hell yeah.
With Limp Bizkit.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. The good night, as
Good
Gio
night.
likes to call it.
Mm-mm.
All right. Sing along with Galvin. to win Metallica tickets when we come back. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Silencer Code Day this Saturday at Shark Coast Tactical. Remember when all you thought silencers were just a movie?
Right.
That's all you thought. Now you could just go get one easily at Shark Coast Tactical. How do you like that?
I like it. You know what they need to do? I guess not. I was going to say make like a silencer for a shotgun.
Right.
But you don't want a silencer on a shotgun. You want a big blast. You want the...
Yeah.
You know
Like
what I
that's
mean?
what scares them.
Yeah, the gets them, but also you want a big blast too, because even if the doesn't scare you, then a blast and half the wall comes down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to tell you, Galvin, I know you don't think so. I know you think that I'm dying to shoot somebody, but I'm not. I really don't. I don't want to. I don't even really carry my gun a lot anymore. I just.
I don't know whether you're dying to shoot somebody. I think it would be a lot more powerful and effect on you if you had to shoot somebody.
That I don't think so. Like, I think if somebody broke into my house and I shot and killed him, I'd be like, I killed a guy once. You know, I'd be like,
right,
yeah.
until you find out,
Yeah.
you know, that he had a 7-year-old daughter.
No, I
and
don't
that,
know.
Think of the
Yeah.
two dudes that broke in here before.
But they didn't break in. They wandered in.
But we didn't know that at the time.
I know, but
there was the one dude had a bag and he reached in his hand in that bag. Like that could have gone horribly wrong.
yes, I'm glad I did not kill those guys. I
Yeah.
really am. Like, I still to this day don't know what the true story is.
Some type of, I think there was drugs involved or some kind of mental breakdown or something.
I mean, but for two of them,
If they're both on the same drugs.
for those of you who don't know, during the show one time on a Friday, I had a busy day in my house. My wife was working from home. Cleaning ladies were here. The doors were open. People were coming and going. And two guys came in through my back door. They rang the doorbell on the Ring doorbell. And then they came in and they were in my house. And the cleaning lady came up to me and said, there's two guys here and they need us to call 911. And but they said they're your neighbors. And I didn't know what was going on. But at the time, I do have a neighbor that has a special needs kid. And I thought maybe something was wrong over there. So I walked out and there were these two guys standing in my living room. They looked like maybe they were Hispanic or Middle Eastern. They were dressed nice. They didn't look threatening at all. And I said, what's going on? And they were like, looked at each other. And then they had it like Gio said, one of them had a bag. And then they looked like he reached for the bag. And then I lunged, they lunged, and they ran. And I have double French doors in my living room that happened to be open because the clean ladies were here cleaning everything. And they ran out the double doors. Had they not, and they've been trapped in my house, it might have been a whole different scenario because I couldn't catch it. I ran after them, and
Well, you did grab the pool skimmer.
I grabbed the pool skimmer to go after them and chase them. And then when they broke out between the two houses, I lost them. I didn't know where they went, and then they popped up on the golf course. And then I yelled across the pond to the golfers. I said, "Stop those guys! They just broke into my house." And then they stole the golf cart of the golfers and took off. And then the golfer went after him and started fighting the guy as he's driving away. And he pushed him off and they took off.
Now, when you yelled to the golfers, did you yell? Were you like, stop those guys? They broke into my house. Or did you go, stop them? They broke in my house.
No, I actually, what I said was, Galvin, I was trying to get attention. So I was like, I gave him you better run, you pussies. Because I knew I couldn't get to him.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to get the other guys to pay attention. And they were like, what's going on? And I'm like, those guys just broke into my house. And then when they saw them go for the golf cart, they ran after him.
Yeah.
Now imagine this scenario, and they're in your living room, and the whole lunging thing happens, and you had your gun on you.
So if they would have tried to run away, I probably would not have. I mean, cooler heads are speaking now, but I probably wouldn't have shot them if they were trying to run away. But if they were trapped in my house, if those doors are closed, and I would have shot them, that's fine. But now, if you tell me afterwards they were two guys who went to the wrong house and I shot them, I'd feel terrible about that.
Remember later on, their parents came to the house.
Yeah.
They were talking to the
And
police
said-
officers. And they were like, oh, yeah, they were on something. Or I didn't even know what the story was.
I don't think they knew what the story was. So the last thing they know is that they went to the Lightning game and nobody had seen them since they went to the Lightning game. But I talked to their older brother, and their older brother was like, I don't know what's going on. He's like, these are two college educated guys who never did anything. He's like, they both have jobs. I can't imagine what was going on. So the truth is, I think they were just, if they weren't messed up on drugs, I can't see that they both had a mental breakdown.
Because they were in the neighbor's house, too. They've
Yeah.
been in multiple houses.
Maybe they were.
Or did they get drugged?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, did they
Yeah.
go out after the game or
So
something
that would have made
like
me
that?
feel
And
bad,
then-
Carmen, if I would have shot and killed one of them and turned out that they were drugged.
And you
Right.
found out that they had no intentions of robbing you. They weren't doing anything nefarious. It was just
They were trying
were-
to get help. or-
Yeah.
So the thing was that night I was leaving to go to the Hard Rock in Hollywood with Amanda. We were leaving for the weekend. And I said to security here, I said, can you guys just give me an update on what's going on with this? I'm like, can keep an eye on my house because I'm going out of town. And they were like, yeah, no problem. And sometime around 10 o'clock that night, security called me and said, hey, just a heads up, those guys are in custody. And I said, with the police? And they said, no, an ambulance picked them up. So that was 10 o'clock at night, and they left in an ambulance. And the ambulance, and the guy said, I don't know all the details, but evidently they found them in somebody else's yard.
Yeah.
So I don't think that those guys were up to no good. I think they were, something happened to them.
Some kind of breakdown. But imagine, I mean, you'd feel horrible if you'd shot and killed those guys.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't want, they don't seem like they were warranted getting shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, if I mean, all they had to do is struggle with Amanda. If I had seen that for 1 second, they'd have both been dead.
Yeah. I don't
So-
know. I don't think it's as easy. And I think unless you actually go through that, I don't think you can think it's as easy as.
Okay, let me ask you this. Glass breaks in the middle of the night. I shoot both of them. I don't care if they're on drugs or not. The minute they came into my house, it's over. I don't even have any. I'm dead inside on those feelings.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping
I
in
don't
glass
know.
breaks. They're dying. Here's why I feel bad. I hear something and I shoot somebody, and it's one of my son's friends. That I feel bad about. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
A kid in the wrong place at the wrong time. But somebody tries to break into my house, whether they're in the wrong house, it's an accident, or I don't feel bad about it.
Yeah,
I don't feel bad.
Again, I don't think unless you actually done it, I don't even think you could even tell if you would.
But I've relived it so many times in my head.
yeah, in
Yeah.
your head. But it's like it's like the tough thing to kind of say.
No.
But I think
Listen to me.
actually taking a human life is
I'm telling
such a
you.
bigger thing than anybody can even imagine it unless they've actually done it.
Yeah, I don't.
And the repercussions of everything.
Yeah,
Of their
the ripple effect is
Yeah.
so extensive.
me ask
everybody
you
that
this.
they know, everybody that you know. Like,
do I
everything
want to
about it.
deal with the legal
No,
aspect
I'm not talking
of it?
legal.
No.
I'm talking mentally, emotionally. I mean, it's such a ripple effect
Have
that
you
can't
ever-
even imagine.
In your life, and this is, I am not a tough person. I'm telling you this. I talk a great game, but I am not. I have said this all the time. I will get beat up by a sophomore in high school. Have you ever fought somebody with the intention of killing them?
No,
I have punched people in the face. No, I'm talking about my much younger years.
but over what?
Over dumb stuff.
Exactly.
But in my mind and my heart, I was like, I'm going to kill this guy.
Yeah,
Like that is how. So I feel like I've been through that mentally already. Like I feel like I'm prepared for that.
but had you done that, I think you would have it. Like if you had fought some guy, he falls down, hits his head on the
That's different.
sidewalk.
That's an accident.
Well,
That's
no,
an accident.
In the midst of the fight, he hits his head or whatever, and you killed that guy. Then when the reality of that situation, I think would be far heavier than you could even imagine.
I don't know.
And-
You might be right. I don't know. I don't
Because you-
feel like it, but I could be wrong.
Any people that have actually been in that situation, none of them seem to be like, yeah, I'm glad that happened. Unless it was
I
like a
don't-
life or death situation.
I don't feel like if there's glass breaking in my house in the middle of the night, I don't feel like I have to wonder what I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to hesitate for a second.
But again,
But the other thing is fighting somebody, you know, regardless of whether you say in my head I feel like I'm going to kill them. Once you grab your gun, you know you're killing someone.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Once you grab a gun, you're going, okay, this is probably going to end with somebody dead.
I've pulled my gun twice with the intention on using it. And I remember Tom Steele, who I used to work with, said you only take the gun out when you plan on using it. And that's what I try to live by. I've pulled it out twice with the intention of using it. One time I pulled it out to show somebody that got out of their car and just take a step back. But back in the day, there were two guys that confronted us at a gas station, and they were ready to fight. And I was
Yeah.
like, all right, that's it. You know,
Again, I don't know. I feel like it might be easy to say, but I don't believe you'd be so void of emotion for taking a human life.
I think you're giving me way
I
too
think
much
that's-
credit in my heart.
If I think people that are people who are murderers, killers.
Yeah.
You're completely void of any type of emotion when taking another life.
Do
You have
you
to be
think-
the person that's like a killer.
If you were guaranteed, just a scenario, if you were guaranteed to never get in trouble legally, okay, could you be an assassin that killed bad people?
No.
Like, you don't think you can kill, like, if I, like, so my wife when she first started in therapy, when she was going to college and she was doing an internship and stuff, she would come home with these horrific stories of families molesting their own kids, beating them, doing like Galvin was reading in news every once in a while. You hear this and you go, how can that guy starve that poor kid? You know, do you if you were guaranteed you'd never get caught, you don't think you can kill those people?
No.
I think I could.
What
No,
if
I don't think you say that. I don't think you really mean that.
What about this, Gio? What if you knew in the future they were going to harm more people? So
Yeah.
you knew you stopping this person stopped him from killing 4 more girls, or you know what I mean?
I mean, but at that point you're like law enforcement. Or,
No, you just have a
that's
special set
different.
of
Your
skills.
secret
No,
assassin.
no. If I could, I be a murderous assassin? No, I could not be.
See, I don't. I'm not like, oh, I would be a great assassin. No, I don't. But I feel like if you told me that they were bad people and I'd never get caught, like I'd never go to jail. Yeah, I think I could do that.
But
I can go put a bullet in the guy's head who's molesting
Like,
kids.
Yeah, but
Dexter.
you're saying it as almost you find satisfaction in that.
Yes,
Yeah, that's crazy. That's insane.
but
And
I'm talking about
and
bad
I don't believe
people.
you really mean that.
But I'm talking about bad people,
Right.
But you don't understand how much I've thought about this. This
Right.
is not a first
That's
time.
not a healthy thought.
So when
You're saying this is not a healthy thing to think.
so when Amanda was first going through this, this is
Yeah.
20 years ago. When she was first going through this for school, and she would come home and she would tell me these stories, and I go, well, "You have to stop telling me this.
Yeah.
I can't live with this." And then I thought of a whole scenario of a television show where a guy would go through his wife's files at night, go in her office, go through her
Yeah.
files, find the bad people, and then kill them. And he was an Amazon delivery driver,
Yeah.
so that you could see the Amazon truck in the neighborhood. And nobody ever thought of
That's basically the plot of Dexter.
Dexter, yeah.
Yeah, he's killing bad people
Oh,
because he's
gee.
because he's a serial killer that finds satisfaction in killing people. So he
Oh,
finds
he's
a way to
compulsive. He
Oh,
has
I
to-
know.
he finds
he
a way
has
to
kill.
justify it.
That is justified, though.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, he's
He's
basically
He's only
goes by-
killing other
because he goes by a
murderers or-
code.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
works for the police department, and he can see other people
Because
with the dark
He
passenger.
has to
can
kill
tell.
people, but that's why he's able to justify because they're bad, quote unquote bad people.
By the way, 2 things you were saying, if those guys, 2 guys, if they did something to your wife, it made me think of maybe one of the best shooting scenes in any movie ever is Usual Suspects, when Stephen Baldwin does the 2 guns and goes bah, and shoots the guys at the same time.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then also they just did a thing where they had actual psychiatrists and psychotherapists and stuff look at a bunch of different killers and serial killers and like psychopaths in movies and stuff. They said number 1, the way they acted, the best one who seemed the most realistic was from No Country for Old Men.
Oh, really?
Ah.
Yeah, about how he was just a crazy murderous.
Outside of hurting my direct family, I can't imagine another scenario where I would want to kill somebody.
Yes.
What if you got like cut off in traffic?
Oh,
Or you didn't like somebody's T-shirt.
Yeah.
I would say it would have to come down to my kids.
Yeah.
If you
Like
hurt my kids, you would die.
my direct family. If
Yeah.
somebody had God forbid, hurt my daughter or sexually assaulted my daughter or something.
Yes.
Then I would. Then
that
I pro-
person has to die.
I would probably have those feelings. Outside of that, I can't imagine. But even that, I feel like if I'd gone through with it, I would emotionally, mentally, that still messes with you.
I
There's
don't think
no-
it wouldn't mess with you. I
there's
think
no
you'd
way.
probably think about it, but I don't think I'd be as crippled by it as you think.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I think, Gio,
I
you
just-
would probably be worried that you're going to get caught.
No, I don't. I mean, no, I would go in knowing I'm going to get caught.
But
You're
also,
gonna get caught.
But also, what I'm talking about, the ripple effect about
Yeah.
all the other people and stuff, is that I just listened to a Dateline the other day where a girl was murdered and her brother was probably, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old whenever she got murdered. She was his older sister. And then he grew up and he wound up killing himself. And they said, would he have killed himself, do you think, if his sister wasn't murdered? And they said no. That definitely was a direct effect on his life.
Took a toll.
That he wound up killing himself,
Plus-
and it was because of that. So not only did that guy murder the girl,
But he-
basically
yeah.
he murdered the younger brother too, because
Plus, I've seen a Bronx Tale. Eventually, the son's going to find you and murder you too. So,
yeah.
which really is a ripoff of the Godfather anyway.
pretty
so.
much.
I don't know. I just think that
I think until unless you actually go through that, it's hard to even say how you'd actually react.
Right.
yeah, you might be right. But
You know what I
I
mean?
know I think though part of most situations is to be prepared for it is to already think through it.
Yeah, maybe.
You know what I mean?
Maybe.
So I've already thought about it. Now I also thought somebody broke into my house one time, and all I did was stand in the kitchen and yell, "What do you got?"
Yeah.
So really,
You hear stories all the time where people just open fire in their house, and then it's like a delivery driver,
Yeah.
or they shot through the door, and it was somebody not. It's like,
well, I almost
Randy, I didn't know you were coming
yeah,
over.
it's a real.
I almost killed the Amazon lady because she delivered a package to my back door at 2
Yeah,
o'clock in the
man.
morning. Who does that?
It's wild.
I walked out there. I go, "Did you just deliver a package?" She goes, "Yes." I go, "Why?
Yeah.
Why did you bring it to the back door?" At
But
2
is that
o'clock in
the
the
description? Is that what you have in your
No,
description?
no, and it's so you don't even see my back door from the
Yeah,
front
it's
house.
so obvious where your front door is.
Right. I don't know why she thought that was a good idea. I thought for sure something was going to be up there. Why she did that? You know.
That's wild.
I mean, I scared the hell out of her. She
Imagine.
scared me, and I scared her right back. Yeah, maybe I would have got shot on that one. Imagine I scared her, and she got nervous, jumped, and shot me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I also wonder if, like, these people who do security in here, I think they're not allowed to carry guns. And if I would carry a gun anyway, just to be safe.
Oof.
I
That's a
mean,
lawsuit waiting to happen.
Yeah.
I know, but do you want to be in a lawsuit or do you want to be dead?
Maybe just don't be a security guard then.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I
I'm
think,
definitely
yeah,
not.
that's the.
Thanks, Paul Blart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either be a security guard and go by the rules or pass the cop test.
You kind of know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I mean, for my own protection, not to be
Yeah.
out there fighting crime. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like for me, I'd be scared. I'm out here walking around in the dark by myself.
When I signed for the job, what do you mean I don't get a gun?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
see you later.
What do you mean?
I'm
Paul
out.
Blart?
Don't worry, I got my own.
Remember Police Academy? Tackleberry, he's got his own gun.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think that I would be nervous to have this sort of job where people are calling me and I have to go investigate things and I'm unprepared.
I'd be people that work overnight at 7-Eleven. I'd be nervous to
Yeah.
not have a
Oh,
gun.
but
yeah.
I think they all have guns.
I don't know if they do or not.
Some do. Like if you own the store,
Yeah.
okay. But if you're just working there, they're not like,
No.
and here's the store gun. You know
No,
what I mean?
but you got your own. You bring your own.
No, you're bringing your own gun to work. Are you out of your mind?
No, that's. I mean, how many?
There's-
I brought my own gun to work almost every day.
Yeah, with a big sign on the door that says you're not supposed to have a gun in there.
Yeah.
Right, but the law doesn't. The law doesn't
Supersedes.
take
Yeah,
over.
no, I understand. But what I'm saying is I own a 7-Eleven. Do you think I want you working there with a gun?
No, definitely
Yeah.
not.
Exactly.
That's my whole point, though. Or am I? You think I'm not bringing one anyway? Because Fred told me he didn't want me to bring one to work.
Mike would be. They'd be like, all right, so you got hired and stuff and everything. By the way, we don't give you a gun. And Mike would go, oh, I got you. Okay. I got my own. Yeah. I read
Yeah.
between the lines.
Yeah,
I hear what
so.
you're saying.
Wink,
Yeah.
wink.
Yeah.
Bring my own gun is what I heard.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
supply a gun. Okay.
Yeah, so we need 2 double cheeseburgers and a Big Mac
Yeah.
while you're putting your gun away.
Yeah. By the way, he didn't say anything about I couldn't have a gun. He said they don't supply guns.
Right. That makes sense.
I'm gonna go to Silence and Co. this weekend at Shark Coast.
Yeah.
Get a bunch of
I want to see one of those fired in real life.
with a silencer.
Yeah, just the.
So
what it's
I'll
really
tell you
like
right now,
compared
instead
to the
of-
movies.
Instead of bang, it's ka-ching,
Yeah,
ka-ching. It's still loud.
but it's not the sound in the
No.
movies.
If you shoot a subsonic 22 with a silencer, you'll get
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, you're not. It's not a very powerful.
Right.
You know.
What about like the big giant ones they put on rifles? Like that thing.
the big can?
Yeah. What does that do?
Probably the same thing. Probably just gives it a chukung, chukung. It just muffles the bang.
Right.
So
That's so cool.
I know. I mean, look. Anytime you see one of those Mission Impossible movies or something, you just hear a chukung,
Yeah.
yeah. Or the best is when a guy walks in, he's like, you know,
Yeah.
but that never happens.
Mm.
I fired mine recently, my 9mm with the thing on it, and it's still pretty loud. Like you can do it without wearing headgear, but it's still pretty loud.
In the movies, they do it, and like the assassins, they don't even hear they're coming.
No, yeah. That's
And nobody hears anything like in the other room.
Yeah.
They don't even know. But that's the interesting thing is I wonder why they got it like that where it's so quiet, you know, but also if I'm next door and somebody comes in and gives you a bang, bang, whatever with the silencer on, do I even recognize it as a gun?
no. My neighbors
Probably
wouldn't
not.
hear it if I shot it in this room with the silencer. My neighbors wouldn't hear it.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, Amanda may be able to hear it, but you
And would
wouldn't-
she even think it was a gun?
No, probably not. It doesn't even sound that. It's not that loud. It's just a metallic noise. It's just a ching, ching, you know, like that. Oh, what are you saying? You want me to fire it right now? I'll put a hole right in that wall.
Couple desk pops.
Yeah. I've got Metallica tickets to give away. Metallica is coming. When are they coming, Carmen? In June?
Yes, it is. Let me
Friday,
pull it up.
June 2nd.
No.
No,
It's not it. No, I was saying it's not the date.
Come on, where is
June
this email?
6th and 8th.
Yes,
I've
correct.
got tickets to see Metallica on the
On
good
June
night
6th.
with Limp Bizkit
Yes.
on Friday, June 6th.
Some would say you've got tickets to Limp Bizkit.
No,
Right, with the
Featuring
closer.
Metallica.
Gio would
Metallica.
say that.
Yeah. We're giving away Limp Bizkit tickets. Metallica happens to be there that night as well.
Will Limp Bizkit ever come out with new music?
Yeah, they already did.
Oh, they did?
Yeah,
No
they're-
good.
Are
No,
they
it's-
in the studio now?
They're in the studio now. They had another album. It was called Limp Bizkit Still Sucks. And that was when we saw them at the Hard Rock, that album was just coming out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it had like a couple good songs. It's basically what you would expect.
I had a great time.
There was 2 or 3 good songs that I liked.
Remember Spanish?
Yeah, I remember.
I was talking to my wife the other day, and I just said that on the air the other day. I said, remember
Yeah.
Spanish? It's just so weird.
But Limp Bizkit Still Sucks. Great album name. Yeah,
Was it a good album?
I liked it.
Yeah?
Yeah, it had like 3 or 4 good songs on there.
Okay. That's more than you could expect.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got tickets to give away to go see Limp Bizkit and Metallica together at Raymond James Stadium. I'm sorry we got long-winded talking about murders and possibly killing people. But if you want to ever take that into consideration, may I suggest Silence Your Code this Saturday at Shark Coast Tactical. We'll do the Metallica ticket giveaway when we come back. It's 1025 The Bone. Ian Beckles is here with us. How are you doing?
Good morning. How are you?
We got a lot of stuff to talk about today.
Let's rock.
Well, first we got to give away Metallica tickets. Will you be going to Metallica?
I didn't plan on it, but I would like to go though. I
Can you get us a suite?
I mean, if you can, I think we have a hard time.
I don't know. I think I've been in the suite at Raymond James Stadium the least amount of times of anybody. No, nobody ever invites me.
Is that
in the
Raymond
suite.
James?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
have
2 nights at Raymond James.
I have way less connections at Raymond James.
You played football.
Don't start this up again. Because I literally have a connection
I'm gonna call
in every
Jason
single
Light.
building. But yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Jason Light was on the show last week.
I heard it was
He
excellent.
was pretty good.
I thought
Yeah.
it was excellent. Yeah,
I like that guy.
I like Jason too. I do.
Yeah. But I should have asked him. I should have put him right on the spot. And be like,
Oh,
Jason,
yeah.
remember that time you blew me off? You know, it'd be really cool if you got me Metallica suite tickets.
I don't think he's the guy.
I mean, he can get it done.
Yeah, I know other people can get it done, but
Yeah.
you know, do you want to use that favor
No,
for that for
no.
me? Yeah,
No. Who's the guy to call? Derek Brooks?
for me.
Yeah. And I wouddn't even think to do that. I don't know. I don't really ask for a lot of favors.
I don't either. Every once in a while, I'll pull a string.
I'm trying to think of. I mean, I ask Mike Olivero for stuff every day.
Well, I mean,
That's
he's
not-
the guy,
Right. He is the guy.
in the all of Tampa Bay.
Yes.
He is the guy.
There is nobody. When I tell you I can get you this, it's
Mhm.
because I got Mike Olivero to ask.
The Lightning used to have a guy, Bill Wickett. Bill Wickett used to be the guy almost equal to Mike Olivero. Like everybody went to Bill Wickett, then
Yeah.
he went to Nashville.
Yeah.
Mike Olivero has been the guy for like 3 decades.
Bill Wickett's been so good. He got me tickets to Nashville.
Bill
Yeah.
Wickett got me tickets to New Edition in Nashville.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Like Bill's the guy.
Popcorn Love.
I love it. What a great. You
Man.
know how many concerts were in that concert?
Oh sure.
So many solo. Belle Biv DeVoe. It was awesome.
Johnny Gill.
It was so good. Ralph Tresvant.
Yeah. Oh
Bobby
yeah.
Fat
yeah.
Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown.
He
Yeah.
was fat.
Did Bobby Brown was with New Edition?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go to that.
Yeah.
I would see
It was
that.
excellent.
I haven't been to a concert in such a long time that I'm supposed to go Friday night to go see AC/DC, and I don't want to go. I don't. I'm usually an optimistic liar. I'm like, I'm going to AC/DC. I'm like,
Do you have tickets?
Yeah.
Can I have them if you don't use them so I can plan it?
I did. You want to spend $800 on them because that's how much they were.
absolutely
Yeah.
not. No.
But I've already agreed to go. I just don't want to go.
You make it sound like AC/DC has asked you to come, and you
Right.
don't want to upset them by not being there.
I don't want to ruin their whole night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of people dependent on my visit. No,
Where's Mike?
this is all inside me. I'm internalizing all of this.
Hello, Tampa. It's Mike Calta here.
Yeah. Me son. No, I just like I'm trying to see what the upside is to go. I'm not gonna be able to hear for a while.
This might be the last time you see him.
Yeah.
I've seen him already. I've hung out with Brian. I've eaten food with Brian Johnson before. What more do I need? See little Angus
He's
running
fed
around the
you
stage. He shoved it in my mouth.
Well,
Yeah,
and the
I-
food.
No, seriously, he said to me, come here, Italian. Or, no, put a cup of gold right in my mouth.
Life's funny sometimes, isn't it?
to me, I mean, I have lived an amazing life. I've lived 3 lives.
Yeah, you have.
I am, and I don't take it for granted. I'm so lucky and so happy. But just at certain times, now you have to go. Well, what's more important?
Well, I mean, but life gets funny as you get older because somebody will be talking about somebody, and I'll go, I've interviewed him or I've hung out with him, and they look at me like, but it doesn't seem like a big deal then.
Right.
But then you accumulate them all. I've talked to or been around every sports legend in the Tampa Bay area, like almost ever.
I've interviewed Michael Jordan. Not too many people can say
That's
that.
a big one.
One-on-one.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
It was funny. I was talking about Vince Vaughn earlier. He was on the Tonight Show, and I was watching the clip, and then I got up to get something out of my refrigerator, and there's a picture of me and Vince Vaughn right there. And I went, "Oh yeah, that's right." Vince
That's a
Vaughn.
good one too.
Yeah, like we've lived a pretty
Oh, yeah.
exciting life.
I can't think of anybody that I have not met that I would want to go out of my way to meet, or like if you could choose anybody, like I've kind of just met anybody that I can think of that would really, for me
As
personally.
I said, I don't know who I'd cross the street for, but there are people I just can't think of. Like it also depends on my mood. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
you told me, hey, this guy's at the club, I'd be like, But it's weird. If you told me Alan Alda was over there, I'd be like, I want to meet Alan Alda.
Yeah,
you
I don't know. I
have-
can't think of anybody I'd leave my house for.
It depends on the day. It really depends on the day.
Nobody makes me go to the club though. I'm not going to the club.
No, I was thinking like the golf club over here. I wasn't thinking like the nightclub.
Yeah, I'm not going to a nightclub.
I would go to a nightclub for girls, like a girl reason, like that smoking hot girls at the club. I'd go look at her.
You know, it's funny. I went to a strip club when I was in Puerto Rico,
Uh-huh.
and I sat there, and I realized I'm too old.
Well, let me ask you a question.
I'm just the only thing in my mind was these people have fathers.
Yeah,
Like, I couldn't get.
that's how I felt in 2001 last time I was there.
I just don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, it's a weird feeling.
It's sad.
Yeah, because you want to be there.
And the other thing in my mind is I'm looking at these gorgeous girls, and I do the same thing in the Tampa Bay area. And I just think in my mind, if I'd have got you when you were 18 before you did this, I'd have put you in front of an athlete, and
Yeah.
I'd have made you all kind of money.
Yeah,
Just shut up
Yeah,
and don't act an ass.
Mm-hmm.
I swear, some of them are so fine that the athletes don't care.
Yeah,
They really don't.
it's weird though. I see a lot of athletes with ugly girls. Like you got the Chris Godwins that have been with their girls since like
Sure.
high school, or whatever.
Yeah.
Not that she's beautiful. I didn't
Yeah.
mean that. But then you get some of them that are just I want to be like, you think that's the one?
But I'm going to say this about somebody with a girl that's not a dime piece. A lot of times it says a lot about their character because it's easy to marry a
But they'll
dime
just
piece.
cheat on them.
But dime pieces don't cook. Dime pieces, I'm just, seriously. I've seen the dime pieces and I've talked to them. They don't even conversate.
Also, you don't want a girl that dated 3 other athletes.
I saw that.
The
True.
professional
Yeah. I saw
athlete dater.
a
Yeah.
third generation dater.
Yeah.
She dated 3 generations of Buccaneers, and the third one, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
come on, dude.
Cleat chasers.
Come on, dude.
Yeah. That's
Pete and I
wild.
were in Puerto Rico one time,
Mm.
and my wife and his girlfriend both got food poisoning.
Okay.
And they were passed out in the room. And Pete and I decided to go to a strip club.
Okay.
How did you find the strip club?
I don't know if there was more than one. Like literally, everybody was telling us to go to this one strip club.
Well, that's the
It's
thing.
probably the same one.
Well, we didn't make it because we had to Yelp it. That's how we found it.
Okay.
And while we're in the cab going to one, Pete goes, go over here to this one instead. I go, why? He goes, read these Yelp reviews. Every one of them said, saw some guy get stabbed while I was there. So I was there the other day and a guy got stabbed. And they were all different dates. So
Really?
yeah, I was like, I don't want to get stabbed. Then we were like going to go to the nice
Oh, were
one.
you going to Stabbies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I should have known by then.
Yeah, that's a good one though.
Yeah, I love
and
that
then
place.
and then it said in the description, CD girl stole my money, and I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm not going to strip
This
club.
I've been in quite a few strip clubs in my life, and we walked into this place, and a little Hispanic lady said, "$250 in the back, all you want to do." This is the first thing she said.
215.
$250
Oh,
in the
50.
back, any girl you want, all you want to do. Like that's how she came out the box.
Right.
I'm like, I'm good.
And
That's
you said you're good.
That's not my thing.
That's my only thing. That's my only. Like, I'd rather do that than pretend and get lap dances and all that for an hour. I'd
There
be
was
like,
so
yeah.
much, there was so much fake ass.
I'd have been like 185 and let's do this with the. Give me a mediocre looking one for 185.
Did they all have fake asses when you were there? Because they
I
all
never
have
made it in.
Gigantic. When I mean gigantic,
Yeah.
gigantic fake asses.
Really?
That's like the Kim
doesn't do it.
Kardashian. They call that. I think.
They all have Kim Kardashian.
That doesn't do it for me.
It doesn't do for me
Kim
either.
Kardashian's in the face for me. That's where I love her.
Kim is messed up because I used to love Kim to death.
Right.
She's done too much.
I think whatever she did. It's like she's the Mark McGuire of hot girls.
Her butt don't look right though.
I don't care about
her
her butt. I'm in the head. I'm in the face
her face
area.
is
I need to
beautiful.
be a face.
Yeah,
I'm a face
I'm
guy.
a face guy too.
Yeah.
But her butt area is like it's misshapen.
I have to tell you, I met her one time and it did not look proportionate. I don't even mean like it just did not look good. It looked like
That's
it
what I'm
was
saying.
weird. Yeah,
yeah, no, I'm
she
good.
looks like a upside down T.
I heard she's little.
Yeah, she's very
I
little.
heard she's tiny.
Yeah,
like
because
Monica
she-
Little or like
Yeah,
he's-
but no. Monica's midget little. She's
No,
not that
yeah.
big.
Like 5'2".
But like you expect her when you see her in pictures, she looks like a glamorous model. Like
Right.
you expect her to be 5'10", and she's not. She's probably like 5'6", 5'5". You know, she's little.
Now, Rihanna, you said you saw Rihanna. I'm still
Right.
getting over it.
Rihanna's one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life.
Everybody meets her, says she's the most beautiful, and she smells the best.
Smells good.
Smells great.
Everybody. She must be just from another planet. 'cause
I
she was-
said to her, and I'm not like that, but I was like, "Wow, you are beautiful," and she was like, "Oh, thank you."
Mhm.
She gave me
I tried to say it and nothing came out. And
Yeah.
I'm good. And I'm good with words. I really am. And I locked up and I go, you suck.
yeah. I just it just came out
Yeah.
of my mouth. I didn't plan it.
Where you want to say something, you just go.
I'm sorry. What was that?
By the way, I was right. Kim Kardashian, 5'2".
Oh,
Oh yeah, very little. What's
Yeah.
Monica?
It's little.
5'1",
She's
4,
No,
4'8".
Monica's 4'8".
3. Garbage
No,
is
she's
3.
four-
So
No, I
she's-
said 4'8".
I said
4'8". That's being generous. 4'8".
Oh, come on. Give her 4'8". dude.
Dizzy's 4'6".
Yeah, Monica's definitely taller than Dizzy.
No.
Yes,
that's
No,
not
she's
of
not.
course.
No way.
100%.
Nah, Dizzy's
That's
3
not
inches
true.
taller than
No
Monica.
way.
Come on. Dizzy's 5'2".
No, I don't believe that. He's maybe 5 foot.
You can't give the man 5'2". And a
Monica,
fraction.
last time I saw them standing side by side, Monica was noticeably taller.
I saw it in the elevator once, and I was just in awe at how far down they were.
Once you get under 5 foot, I can't tell anymore.
You're too high up.
Yeah. Like I'm pretty good at guessing heights and stuff, but once you get under 5 foot, I'm like, all right.
Yeah, too low.
Yeah.
It throws off your whole perspective. All right, we got tickets to give away to Metallica. That show, as we've established, is happening in June at Raymond James Stadium. 2 nights. This is for the Friday night show with Limp Bizkit. We're going to do it right now with a little bit of Sing Along with Galvin. Here we go.
And now it's time for Sing Along with Galvin.
One guitar just blew him away. Try to run, try to hide, break on through to the other side. Whoa, heaven let your light shine down. Down the hill came Jack and Jill, and you came tumbling after.
And now it's time for Sing Along with Galvin.
I don't know what makes me hate Dave Matthews Band so much. I mean, I don't even know that if I mind their music sometimes, but when I saw him the other day on stage dancing, and
Oh,
was
I
like,
gotta tell you,
"Oh."
that is annoying. That is
Yeah.
annoying.
Right, but like, why do I let that bother me? That has
I
nothing
don't
to do
know.
with
I
me.
get it. If he came in your house, I'd shoot him.
Like, wait.
It's like a crazy.
No remorse.
Oh, all right, let me get a contestant on the line. Good morning. Who is this?
This is Joe.
Joe, you a big Metallica fan?
I love Metallica.
All right, Joe, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to play a Metallica song. Galvin's going to sing it. At one point, he's going to stop singing, and you need to sing the next line. You got to sing it correctly in order to win the tickets to go see the show on that Friday night. It's a very easy, popular song. I will tell you, the first time we play it, the intro is long, but you need it. You kind of got to feel it. You know what I'm saying, Joe?
All right.
Exactly.
All right, Joe. Here we go. Galvin, are you ready?
I am ready.
Joe, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh.
It's a long intro.
This is a long intro.
That's right.
So close, no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are. And nothing else matters. Never opened myself this way.
Life is ours, we live it our way. All these words I don't just say,
and nothing
else matters.
Joe, everybody. Good job, Joe. Congratulations, man. You are going to see Metallica along with Limp Bizkit.
Yes.
And some other band nobody
Ice Nine
cares about.
Kills.
Yep. I'm going to put you on hold. Carmen will grab you here, and we will hook you up with the prize. Good job, my man.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Joe. Thank you. There you go, Carmen. Line 3 for Joe.
Thank God. I don't think we had enough time to sit through another
Oh
intro.
my God! But you kind of got to get it from the start.
Yeah,
you got to get
I
it
get
from the beginning. Oh, Ian Beckles.
Yeah, yes.
I'm going to take a break.
Okay.
When we come back, I'm going to talk to you about an issue that I have.
Okay.
Somebody accused you of being a non-tipper.
Oh.
I heard my name being blasphemed from all the way from Puerto Rico. I was listening.
I'm on your side on this one.
Okay, good.
I would love to call you out on this, but I am on your side on this one, and I will tell you what the situation is and why I am on your side, and then hear your side of the story when we come back. It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Ian Beckles is in the studio with us. Now, Ian, I've come to know you pretty well over the years.
All right.
And I would say stand-up guy.
Appreciate
and I got nothing bad to say about you.
Okay.
But this guy does.
Okay.
Do you want to know this guy's name? I guess I could say his name.
I don't care.
I have to screenshot it and make it bigger because I'm blind. His name is Matthew Brewington. Does that make sense to you?
Does not.
Does not. You don't even know.
No.
He said, I gave a free promo kayak fishing trip to Ian Beckles and also JP from the morning show with his crowd of 3. Now, do you recall going canoeing or kayaking
Are you
with
talking about JP Peterson or JP from here?
It says JP from the morning show, so I would assume
It's here.
he means JP from Roger and JP.
Well, I've never gone kayaking with JP ever. And
have you gone kayaking with JP Peterson?
No,
right?
No.
Have you ever gone kayaking?
I've gone kayaking about 10 times, mostly with my boy Ty J. And reading the message, it talks about me not tipping and being privileged.
Oh, I'll read the whole read the whole message.
Go
It
ahead.
says, I gave a free promo kayak fishing trip to Ian Beckles and also JP from the morning show with his crowd of 3, and neither of the 2 trips tipped. Now, wait a second. Let me read this now. Maybe you didn't go together. Maybe he's saying he gave you a free trip and he gave JP a free trip at different times, but neither one of you tipped. Cheap and privileged. But Ian also did fall in the water off his kayak, so I guess he got tipped. Ha, 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 ha. Do you recall that? Do you recall kayaking and falling in the water?
I've kayaked about 10 times. I've fallen in the water. The first time I kayaked within 5 minutes.
Right.
Not knowing the equilibrium thing. I fell
Sure,
in.
you get in there. Yeah.
And listen, I'm going to be, before I even explain it, if I didn't tip somebody that I should tip, I'll go tip them. Okay? But let me say this. That when I tipped and fell in the water, I also lost my wallet and my $1,000 glasses.
Oh, geez.
So at
it was
the
a rough
time,
day.
maybe I didn't have a way to tip them, but if anybody ever says to me, this is free, take care of somebody, on everybody that I
That's
love,
different.
dead or alive,
Yeah.
I take better than good care because I can give you numerous situations.
But this is the problem that I have. Okay, and the problem is not with you, Ian. I would love to be like, Ian, you cheap son of a bitch. The problem is an uncomfortable position that we are put in when people say, I want to give it to you for free.
Right.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. It's not free.
Don't tell me then you didn't tip. Well, you just said you gave it to me for free. So now not that I wouldn't tip you, but I don't think about it. You're already telling me how I could save money. I didn't think I should also tip you on top of a free trip. When you tip, you're tipping on top of something you've already paid. If you don't pay anything, you don't normally think to tip.
Sure.
I know that doesn't mean you're not a good tipper. And I hate that people do that and they go and complain to other people about it.
Well, I hate that somebody's smearing my name as a terrible tipper.
Yeah.
When
a no tipper.
When I'm an excellent tipper.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say that if I'm not. Okay, for instance, you're wonderful. Let me use your sprinter, right?
Right.
I said to you, hey man, how do I take care of, my guy, Tom? You said, just give him this. I give him twice that.
Yeah.
That's just because I think he earned that. Okay.
Yeah.
So if I was screwing Tom, then maybe you would like Ian's this, but that's not my demeanor.
No.
It's just not.
No,
Never.
I don't have that issue with you whatsoever. And I just, I read the thing and I was like, ooh, first I read it and I was like, ooh, good, we could bust Ian's balls. And then I read it and I was like, I've been in this situation though. I'm getting something for free. And I'm always like, do I tip the guy? Like I assume that every person that comes and does work in my house expects a tip. and I'm not tipping them. Like I don't really like. I just had Superheat and Air come out here. These guys were here for an hour, and they wanted to do everything for me. They even asked if they wanted me to change the battery in my smoke detector. And Lord, I wish I would have let them do it because I still can't reach the smoke detector. But you know, those guys I tip. There are guys that have come here and done the carpets and been here for 4 hours. Those guys I tip. You know, but then there's guys that come and drop something off or just deliver a package. I'm like, I don't know. Am I supposed to tip you guys? I mean, I'm not made of money. I don't really know what the rules are. But if somebody
is your company paying you?
Yeah, I don't really know. Like, how does that fall on me? I tipped yesterday. I tipped my my waiter at the restaurant. We had 6 people at the restaurant, so they incorporated the tip in the check, but it wasn't quite a good enough tip, so I added a little bit to the tip. Then I, of course, tipped my valet parking people, which I've also found interesting is that the valet at this place, fancy restaurant, made you pay for valet. Normally, it's been free, and you just tip. Now you have to pay for valet.
It's true. It's tough times.
It's tariffs.
It's tough. First of all, Superheat, they're great people.
They've been great.
Wonderful people. You know where that came from, right?
What?
I brought that endorsement here.
Did you really?
Ask Melanie.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, Melanie.
Thank you for that.
Melanie poached it up for me. No, I love Melanie.
You should tip Ian now.
I love Melanie to death. Now, listen, I'm very blessed to, I don't even know if it's a football part. I think it's more the media part.
Right.
That people will give me stuff, okay? And I'm good to take stuff, okay? So if somebody says,
As long as
hey,
you
Ian,
tip.
I'm going to take care of you and this meal, I'll tip at least 30%, usually close to 50%.
Yes,
That's
if
just
you're
the-
getting
that's
a
just what I do.
yeah.
If I get a $200 meal
Sure.
for free, I'll just give them $70, $100, something like that,
Right.
and I still feel like I'm getting off. So, the other day we went fishing in Puerto Rico. He goes, I tipped him. I go, how much you tip him? He goes, I tipped him 50. I go, it's not enough.
Yeah.
I gave him another 50.
Yeah.
So, for this guy to try to smear my name, that's cool, but you ain't cool.
That's Matthew Brewington.
Yeah, whatever.
I feel like we should say his name
Yeah,
because
don't
he's
nobody know
so
him,
quick
though.
to smear your name.
Yeah.
I wish he'd call the show. Maybe he is. There's a lot of calls on hold.
I bet he
Maybe
calls
not.
himself the Brewmeister.
That's pretty cool.
Man, what's up?
Oh, jeez.
Well, not quite ready for that yet. If Matthew Brewington wants to call in, I'll talk to him. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hi, Mike.
Hi.
About the tipping thing.
Yeah.
You know, I used to do press showings for restaurants,
Okay.
and I went to Leroy Solomon's in Bradenton,
Right.
and it was free. They told us up front, you know, and when I left, I tipped my server.
Yes.
A big hefty tip, like $25, because it was like a $50 meal. And the atmosphere was, you know, so nice, so good. You know, I got to meet Leroy.
That's
and I didn't have.
That's a good thing.
I didn't have it.
If you're getting something for free, the company is giving it to you for free, but your server is still taking
Right.
care of you. You should take care of your server.
Exactly.
You did the right thing, sir.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know, don't sweat tipping over on a raft without tipping because you're indisposed. You know, to put it simply.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. I didn't hear what he said.
Me neither. I just got a text from Bodie from Kava Social,
Uh-huh.
and we're all in the same company. You know, all Kava people take care of Kava people.
Right.
That's just what it is. He says, you always take care of my people every time you come down, and everyone appreciates that. Because he takes care of my bill.
Yeah.
And somebody will say, no, he took care of it. I say, can you put a penny on this credit card?
I do the same thing.
Yeah.
That's what I always do.
Because nobody ever has cash on
That's
them.
what I mean.
Let me buy a Coke or something so I can tip on it. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever, dude. I'm good.
I'm trying to see if I'm getting any information here.
Would you go kayaking with JP?
Yes. Yeah, that's my guy. That's my guy.
Well, I'm guessing JP also is in the cheap tippers thing because he's saying, I thought you went together, but now that I read that now and talk to you, it seems that JP also went kayaking with this guy.
There's no way
he did not tip.
I would have heard about that, I think.
And my thing is, if it happened twice, don't you think it may be on you, guy? Like you didn't explain it well.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if it happened once with Ian and JP, okay, you know, bad tippers, miscommunication, whatever. But it happened with Ian and JP.
Sure.
2 separate occasions. So you're not communicating correctly.
Also, if you're the owner of the thing, whatever you're
Right.
saying, I'm doing this for free, then am I tipping you? If you're saying you're doing it for free?
Or are you tipping your workers, or are you letting
Like
them know
if
that
it's a worker, it's a different story. But if it's you and you're saying, oh, no, it's free, whatever, and then am I tipping you?
Also, a friend of mine just texted me and pointed out most of the time when people give you something for free, they're wanting you to shout them out on the air,
100%.
which also is illegal to do. It's
Not for me.
No, you're right. Not for you.
Not for me.
It's illegal for me
It
to
is.
arrange something where I say, give it to me and I'll talk about it for
Plugola.
free.
That's plugola.
That's plugola. Now I can get wonderful service like the guys who put my generator in and talk about what a great job they did, but I paid for my generator, but I could still talk about what a great job they did. You know?
That being said, if we really break down plugola,
every show's guilty.
I work with
Let's
Ron. I work
not-
with Ron
let's not
Diaz.
break it down.
I work
Yeah.
with Ron Diaz. He's a plugola master.
I have made up my mind a long time ago because I come from a show that was very much a take show. And I made up my mind a long time ago that ruins a show, and that nobody wants to hear you spend a half hour every day talking about thanking guys from the door shop and the this that for giving
What's
you free.
Mo gonna do though?
I don't know, but that's bad radio.
The
is what that
grifter.
is. Yeah. So I don't, but I have also no problem coming on the air and talking about Prime Butcher and Pepe up there. And Pepe, I don't want anything from him. I don't take anything for free. I don't want anything for free. He's a small business, and I love to tell people about small businesses and where they can go and get good meat. You know what I mean? I love that. That's part of what we're supposed to do as community people, I think.
Well, throughout the years, I think you've learned, and I've learned that when you talk about something that you don't love, it's just messing with your credibility. Because I did it early in my career. And then I realized that's just messing with my credibility because I don't sound right.
Yeah.
That's why everybody says, you're not selling anything. I go, you're right. If I say superheat and air is fantastic, then I went through that situation, or this food is fantastic. I really believe that.
Yeah. Well, see, I think that, and this is only for my personal, because people won't even realize this, but I won't tell you, like Richard, one of our sales guys, said I have a endorsement for a pest control company. And I said, Richard, I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I've used the same home team pest control for 20 years. I can't get on there and start telling people to go somewhere else if I have the same. And I'm so happy with all the stuff that they've done. They at one point did something and they accidentally cut into my sprinkler line, and they paid for part of the damage that they did. Like, they're the most honest company I've ever been a part of. And that's why I'm like, I can't go and tell you to go somewhere else when I'm too happy with that. But I think that should be more valuable, because I'm not going to tell you can't buy your way into the show.
Correct.
You can't. And if I do something and then I don't do it anymore, that also means the same thing.
People hear it.
Yeah.
I think people hear it.
Yeah, for sure. So I got a bunch of phone calls. Let me grab some of these here. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hi, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Just real quick and sweet, I just wanted to bring up one of the best scenes in all of movies is Reservoir Dogs, the opening scene when they're talking about tipping at the diner.
Oh, yeah.
And Mr. Pink didn't tip. And in the meantime, they're talking about like a virgin. But
yeah,
that
is one of the
it's a
greatest
great-
scenes ever. And him saying he doesn't tip and you don't tip fast food workers is a great. I mean, Quentin Tarantino wrote that, and that's what makes him a genius. So yeah, good shot to point out. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Yeah, hey, how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Doing good, thanks. I just want to say, tipping used to be for servers only, and I just think it's gotten a little out of hand. When you rent these kayaks, they charge you $30 an hour to take them out. So these guys are making, on a trip of 3 people, close to $100 an hour. So why would they even expect a tip on that much money coming in?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that the thing is, I just assume this, sir, that like I went kayaking one time with Bobby Kelly and his family, and we tipped the guy who took us out because I don't think he owned the kayaks. He just was a tour guide kind of guy, so we tipped that guy. But whose fault it is? It's Starbucks. Because Starbucks was the first person to put a cup out there and say, we charge you $5 for a cup of coffee and expect you to tip us on top of that. And we were like, okay, and we started doing it.
And the funny thing is, this morning I drove through a Burger King. I'm out here in Hudson. I drove through a Burger King, and they had a cup sitting on the drive-thru window.
At the BK Lounge? That's ridiculous.
At the BK.
That is ridiculous. Thank you, buddy. Yeah,
What about a butcher? I went to a butcher and I paid for the meat, and he turned the thing around. I was like, "I'm at a butcher?
No,
Like,
no.
what am I? You just cut the meat.
No.
I mean, what am I paying for?
Yeah, what are they paying you
That's
to
what
do?
I'm saying. I don't understand.
The idea of tipping, like that guy said, was for servers. Servers make a significant amount less an hour because they're getting tips.
Correct.
So then you're that's who you're supposed to take care of. Now, somebody else, tipping is above and beyond. Like if the guy comes over and he does something, you're like, hey, that was great. Here's another $20. Thank you so much for that. That's up to you. That's if they've gone above and beyond. This whole idea that we're now expected to tip everybody is insane.
But waiters, waitresses, bartenders, that's not up to you.
No,
you tip those people.
That's
how
they rely
make,
on
That's
that.
how they don't make any money.
Right.
You have to tip those. I know my car attendants don't make a crazy amount of money.
Right.
But they're able to make money because they're taking care of people.
Yeah.
And it's well known that servers and bartenders don't make the average minimum wage. They make $2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everyone knows that.
Right. It was like $2.13 an hour.
It's
or
higher
something
than
like
that now.
Yeah, but still.
But it's still under minimum wage.
And compared to minimum wage, it's like $14 an hour or whatever it was. It was something ridiculous. When I was a kid, minimum wage was $4.75 an hour. Or
I got paid
$3.85.
$3 something at one point. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah,
That's
that
so
adds
crazy.
up. Yeah.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
How you doing, Mike?
Good. What's up, buddy?
I'm just want to know when you guys are actually going to do a Pokemon Go meetup. You and Carmen. I know you guys are Pokemon Go enthusiasts. I've been waiting. I'm friends with Carmen on the friends list thing. Trading eggs and stuff and gifts.
I kind of fell off a little, sir. I'll be honest with you. Every once in a while, I'll get on it and just keep it going. But they added too many weird things that I'm not into.
Sir, what level are you?
Me too. I'm 40. I'm free to play. I don't pay money on it, but I still grind on it.
Well, look, I'm for it. And here's the thing is that I keep doing it because like when I travel to other places and other countries, it keeps track of all that stuff, and I like to have that. But I kind of fell off a little.
All right. What did you move on to?
Nothing. I play a couple
Kissing
of
girls.
Yeah.
Here's the thing is that the other day I went to Starbucks on Mother's Day. Everybody went to Starbucks. And I was in line for about 15 minutes. And while I was in there, I fired it up and I let it run just to keep it going, keep it active. But they started adding these other things that you can battle and get into, and it just took the fun out of it.
You just broke this guy's heart.
Yeah,
he was ready for the big meetup.
I'm sorry.
Don't you think there's a channel in China where they're all watching Americans run around?
Well, they said.
I mean, it's not that while they're working, we're running around getting imaginary characters. Come
Well,
on.
no, they said that company used us to map out new areas.
But that's not true. And here's why I'll tell you that, Carmen, is because you ever roll up into somewhere and there's a monument there, and you're like, how did it know that monument was there? It got it because the game that it was before, or whatever it was before, they bought the map of something that existed beforehand.
Right, but they added to it.
Yeah,
they
they
made
added-
you go search, and then that's why you can take pictures
but they
and catch
didn't-
stuff, and that's how they got
but they got it. They got additional information. It wasn't like they were like, we can fool the dumb Americans by making them go map out the world for us.
So you
That's
can't
not-
make any money on it.
You can't make any money on Pokemon? No,
So
I can't.
What's the goal?
I mean, they're making money on
What's
it.
the goal?
For me?
Yeah. It's
Catch 'em all.
Whatever comes out of your mouth is going to sound silly to me. I know it.
Goal is to catch them all.
The same thing is you would for any game is to win the game, to be the best.